OTNG. Let's see here. Tonight we've got Ethan and Peter, just the two of us. We may have Nils, just two players. We may have Nils joining a little bit late, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So tonight, guys, you might remember when we last left you, you had just finished sort of crossing the Badlands here across the slough and up onto the plateau to the big dragon statue. And on that plateau was this huge three-headed dragon statue carved out of like this crumbling volcanic rock. And at the base of the statue was a huge brass gong with the giant's femur bone, well, what you hope is its femur bone, tied to a copper wire, suspended around this stone frame and this brass gong. You could see the gong itself was sort of vibrating with some intensity, but it wasn't making any noise. And one of your companions, Gib, had been crawling around, sort of exploring the statue itself, and had gotten a vicious cut on the volcanic rock, and blood started pouring out of his hand, and then just got soaked into the earth like it was thirsty and just drank it up. So tonight we have two players, so I'm going to guess that's going to be two characters each. That's going to be Gerda and Hammy for Peter, is that right?
That is correct.
And then for Ethan, it would be Horace and Horatio. Is that right, Ethan?
It's going to be Horace, and give me a second.
Okay. Put the kettle on.
It sounded urgent. It's ramen time. I remember college.
Oh God.
I ate a lot of baked potatoes. I was not a ramen fan.
I could eat ramen per day.
Put the tea kettle on.
No problem.
Horace and Garrett.
Horace and Garrett, right? Horatio. I don't know why I got.
That was my dead rogue.
Right. I knew we had a Garrett at one time.
Before I forget, we don't have to talk about it now, but remind me before we get started, I want to do some spell casting before nightfall and between game kind of thing.
Oh, right. Let me get my...
So when there comes a moment, let me know.
Yeah, let me get my calendar so we can figure out... We stopped the session last week at about... coming on what feels like about 6 p.m. for you all.
And we're outside that cave.
You're up on the plateau looking to the east there where you can see a cave.
Oh yeah, we're up on where the statue is.
And remember, these squares are about 3 miles 3 miles across. There's 3 miles big.
Everywhere from here.
You can see all around you here, and it takes an hour to traverse one of these squares, moving at a reasonable pace. You could move faster if you wished, but you haven't.
No, I think we
need
to
do so.
It's heading on. Well, it's not going to get dark.
No, it's not going to get dark. You have spent the night on this side of, outside of the caverns under the wall, and when you first emerged from those caverns, you decided to camp at the base of the wall there, here by the slough. Where you then, and then when to arise the next day, you kind of found a narrow passage across the slough, and then made your way up the plateau.
Fucking killed a crocodile.
Yeah, the crocodile, the bane of your party, crocodiles.
We don't like the reptiles. All right.
So maybe before we get too much further into the introduction and then to go forward for tonight's session, why don't we have something new about you, something we don't know about Horace and Garrett. Nils will like this because then he can record it in his journal.
I was just reading through them.
So Horace, back when he was a level 0, on his 0 level funnel, he had to take care of an evil warlord, and in the process, his trusty short sword, and he's kept the broken sword in its pieces back home on like a little altar, like in memory of his great accomplishments to making it to first level.
Oh, nice. So is this a charm that he carries around with him, like this broken hilt of the sword, or is it something that's back in wherever home is?
It's back at home.
I guess that would be Landon Town for you, which is currently being harangued by the Zykin.
He will recover that blade, that broken blade, at some point.
Okay, good. I like it. How about for Horatio?
Garrett.
No, Horatio, Garrett. Sorry, I'm going to do that all night.
Let's see.
You killed him. Don't blame us.
You got to blame the dice. Can't blame me.
Garrett has
That's true.
Birthmark on the small of his back, which is actually a birthmark that every single one of his paternal ancestors had, starting with Garrett the First.
Oh, okay. And what is the shape of this birthmark, and what color is it, and where is it located exactly?
So it's located his back, and it's in the shape of an eye. It actually is very reminiscent of a symbol of Cornus.
Oh, interesting. And that's the family hereditary trait that draws you to Cornus. Okay, I like it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Peter, how about Fergerda and Hammy?
Yeah, well, Hammy's got a long-term plan to head home eventually. He doesn't want to necessarily go back and cause trouble, but he wants to go back as clearly a big man. No Hobbit pun intended. He wants to go back as a success, like, fuck you, I never needed you people anyway. But hasn't been so successful yet, but he's hopeful. You know,
Right.
He's a hopeful guy.
Okay, like it. So a return to the Shire, as it were.
Exactly. He wants to have his own sort of egotistical scouring, as it may be.
Okay.
And Gerda's natural affinity to Ildevar is she's just born from the time she was a child. It's like Snow White, and animals were always attracted to her and were always calm around her. And she felt calmest around animals, so it was a natural fit to worship a nature goddess.
Okay, perfect. Too bad Mike's not here and we can't put him on the spot about Gib.
Pass.
Oh, you can't
I think
pass.
he owes us 1 or 2 now.
Yeah. You're lucky if you get anything out of Mike sometimes. Let's see. So you guys are currently, it's the 4th day of harvest. It's the evening of the 4th day of harvest. And there's been a spell check penalty in place of -2. I don't know if anybody had a chance to look at the calendar, but I did post that into the Google Drive so you all can see it. If and when do you want to study it for whatever nefarious purposes you might have?
Well, it could be one of those things that makes sense to hold off a couple of days to do something because we were going to want to be at our best.
Right, and I do want to give you, the players, insight about that. I don't want to just spring it on you from time to time.
Yeah, because it makes sense, especially living in this world, you'd be aware of these things.
Exactly, right.
It's like the seasons.
And you'd be attuned to the magical energies or the,
Well, it's like smelling rain before it actually rains.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think a magician or or a cleric would be in tune with the eddies of the space-time continuum, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
Horace has no clue what any of that magical mumbo jumbo and month stuff is, but
No, but he can do 30 points of damage.
I talk
he
with
just
my
knows that
fists.
some days he can hit things really hard.
Really hard.
Do you guys want a recap of the location where you are, and then we can?
I do have a quick question. Just south of us, right above the T and the party, there's a triangle of black. Is that just not cleared, or is it
pardon me, it's
a
not.
cave?
It should be revealed.
Okay, I just want to make sure we didn't miss. Oh, and by the way, there's an opening there.
Oh, right.
That's where all the treasure is.
Well, I do think it behooves us to camp.
Yeah.
I have two. I'm at 2 disapproval. Hammy's still down by 3 luck. And on top of it, I would like to do a couple of spells before we would camp, so that if I blow it, I get my disapproval back.
Yeah. Are any of us? Is anybody down HP? Because if so, Garrett's going to do some sporadic healing here.
Yes, Gerda has lost 5 points.
Okay. So it looks like Horace is down.
So do you guys want
Gerda's
to?
down.
Do you guys want to camp? That's sort of what I'm hearing?
I think it makes sense because we're in a safe place to do it, and then we can get back our disapproval and Hammy's luck, and we can head in just 4 of us. It just seems light as a party, but because we have no wizards.
Right.
That's true.
We're literally just going on frontliner, 2 people rapid fire healing him, and a halfling to stabby stab.
And Gerda's a good second line tank, but she's not Horace.
Let's see here for the journal. It's going to be Garrett.
So fingers crossed Nils shows up late because we could use his wizardry. However, I have a couple of decent spells, and we'll talk about one of them in just a second.
And see what spells Garrett has on him.
Token associated with Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett doesn't have a token yet. I have his figure up here to paint.
Nice. And that reminds me, that's what I'll do. Since I'm not gaming Saturday, I'll dig out Gerda and get a top-down shot of her.
Oh, right. And then we can make a token.
Yeah.
Like Hammy. Let's find Hammy. And I'll get
Let's see.
token 4.
So I have Truth Singer, Food of the Gods, Detect Evil.
That's a good one.
And Detect Magic.
Bless is a good one.
I'm thinking maybe I should cast either Detect Evil or Detect Magic on this statue.
I think the whole valley's going to explode with evil, but hey, let's do it.
Oh, let's see. We don't have Arcor. We don't have...
Our court Fenton Mud?
We don't have Radian. But we do have Gerda and Hammy, and we do have... whatever this hero's name is. Right, I need to get a token for Garrett. So if you guys want to, while I'm futzing around with this, if you guys want to do your spell casting and whatnot, please feel free to. I'll just kind of
go ahead.
Monitor that sort of background.
Because I have a couple questions about mine, so let's get yours out of the way because they're clean and easy.
Mm-hmm. And I can talk through. I can I can chat while I'm doing this. I'm just
certainly
driving details of the game.
Do we want me to detect first, or do we want me to heal first?
Oh, let's go ahead and do the healing.
Okay. So here's for healing on Gerda.
I'm neutral.
Oh, and it's a -2 check penalty.
That brings it to 11, which I think is just a failure.
I think so, but it's a point of disapproval.
Right.
How is
Mark that
how
down,
is
and then we'll go
Garrett
for the next
armed? I've forgotten.
Garrett. Let me get to it. Garrett's got himself a warhammer and a sling, and then he's also, for armor, has banded mail and a shield.
Oh, okay. Well, I have the perfect character. I have the perfect token for you then.
Nice.
Okay, let me just find a good spot to. There we go. Disapproval. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and try healing Gerda again. It's just a straight because I'm at a -2.
Oh,
Nicely
that's looking
done.
good.
Cleric is a D8 or D6?
D8.
All right. Well, that gets back everything.
Okay, and now this is for Horus. That's another point. Okay, let's try it again. Jeez. Okay. 3 disapproval. One more time. I need Horus at full health. Hey, there we go. Okay, they're the same alignment, and at 19, that should be 3 dice.
Let's see. You guys are casting like crazy, right?
What about?
I'm at 3 disapproval currently. And Horus is now at full health.
Okay.
I wasn't actually planning on casting a whole lot. I was going to cast healing if someone needed it. And then I have one I definitely want to do, but I want to talk to you about it. So.
Okay. Do you want to cast the heal first, and then
Yeah,
take the specialized?
Did you get everything back, Ethan, or do you need to be healed?
Yeah, I'm at full health.
Okay, very good. Well, then I'm going to risk my disapproval on Stinging Stone.
Stinging stone. What does that do?
The cleric transforms an object into a poisonous creature. For example, the cleric can change a sling stone into a spider, an arrow into an asp, or a staff into a serpent.
Okay.
So, as much as she hates snakes, I love the idea of pulling a Thulsa Doom, and you pull out an arrow and you fire it, and when it hits your target, it does damage, and it's a snake.
Oh, okay. And then they have they're dealing with a cobra kind of thing or a viper or something.
Yeah,
like
an
that.
asp. Asps, very dangerous. You go first.
Do you want? Is this something that you're going to cast multiple iterations of, or what is your?
Well, I figured I'd cast like once or twice. I don't think I'm
Okay.
going to do like 6. That's ridiculous. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's fine. But I'm just curious about. Let's see what your plan is, as it were.
Right, and if I roll low, I figure I'll just if you roll lower, something small gets formed.
Okay.
So if someone has a sling, I can turn their sling stone into a spider. Otherwise, I might do something with.
I do have a sling stone. I do indeed have a sling.
Okay, so if I roll low, I'll turn one of your sling stones into a spider.
Tarantula, black widow,
Yeah.
brown recluse.
At low levels, the cleric can transform a small object into a poisonous spider. The object can be a coin, gem, sling stone, apple, beer mug, or other such small thing.
Cool.
The spell description assume a sling stone because you fire it. Once the object touches an enemy, either through their grasp or via successful hit with a sling stone, it transforms into a spider, which remains for a certain amount of time. The spider receives 1 bite immediately on the round of attack and 1 additional bite each round until the spell ends. A missed sling stone does not transform.
What is the duration of that spell? Is it like enchanting the object, or and it just stays until you use it, or do you enchant it and then it goes away?
Yeah, you cast it on your object, and so if I cast it on my arrow, it's going to be an arrow until it hits somebody, and then it hits them. Depending on how well I cast it, it'll be for a minimum of 2 rounds, And really high, it can be 3d6 plus cleric level rounds. And at a high enough roll, he can transform up to 100 sling stones into poison spiders or 40 arrows into asps.
Okay. Okay.
Or 4 staves into cobras or vipers. That'd be cool. You arm all your wizards with snake staffs.
Stinging stone duration. See below.
Let's go, Moses.
Yes, page 282 if you're looking for it.
I just found it.
So that's one of them I just got when I went up and hit 3rd level. So I thought, well, this is something that you don't want to waste, but you kind of do it between games or right before camping or whatever. It's not like when you're in combat, you're going to go, quick, give me your arrows.
Okay, so it looks like based on the result, it will last for, I see. So it could last for turns or it could last for days. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, if you roll high enough, it lasts a really long time.
Okay, cool. Well, go ahead. Why don't you make your spell check?
Okay, so I'm going to -2 for the day, +3 for my level.
Plus your personality.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Another +2. We love Gerda. I think she and Severna would make a nice team. Nice, a 23. The cleric can transform up to 10 small objects up to the size of sling stones into poison spiders, or she can transform up to 3 arrows into asps or adders for a duration of 1d4 plus cleric level days. The objects retain their natural shapes until they touch an enemy. Once an object touches an enemy, it remains a spider or snake form for 1d4 plus cleric level rounds.
So do you want to do that on my sling stones, or do you want to do it on some arrows that Horus has?
Oh, I'm doing it on my arrows.
Do it then.
Because I've got an agility bonus.
Hey, I'd prefer it not to be on Horus because he's going to be kind of in melee the entire time.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Okay, so I'm going to make a note that she has 3 snake arrows.
Oh, and then why don't you throw the d4 to see how long they're going to last, and I'll note it down on the calendar.
Oh, excellent idea. Because then they just become arrows again, and they don't stay fresh forever. You got to use or lose these things.
I mean, Horus doesn't say anything different about the arrows, but
so a 2 + 3 is 5. 5 days.
Garrett's going to try and cast Detect Evil in the direction of the statue.
Okay.
He is not going to be casting that today.
You want to roll higher than that. Make a note.
That's just disapproval.
Okay.
Change your die color. That's my recommendation. Change your die color. Worked for Nils the other day. Okay, well, I only have 2 disapproval, but nobody really needs healing. I didn't have another spell I wanted to use except for maybe protection from evil. Especially if the thing we're camping next to is evil.
Yeah, Garrett has the ability to bless. So depending on how he rolls, he can give certain bonuses. But it's like a long term. It's like it takes him a significant amount of time to cast.
Oh, is it a level 1 spell?
Yeah.
Is it a level 1 spell, Ethan, or level 2?
It should be level 1 because he doesn't have level 2 spells yet.
What level is Garrett?
He's level 2. This session will pop him over to.
Oh, it will. Okay.
Ooh, let's hope he lives. And the nice thing about a cleric is you can imagine them receiving their blessing, in the middle of an adventure. Ta-da!
Exactly.
Guess what? I'm better when I woke up.
Exactly.
Just by thinking.
Yep. I mean, on the bright side, Horus just gets stronger.
And that's fine, because we need it. Hey, do you remember the worm? Do you remember the worm? My God.
Of course he remembers the worm. Horus was prepared to just stand back and, watch him devour Rydian.
So it looks to me like the blessing results just last for, when you cast it on a self or an ally, they last for like turns. But I see when you can cast them on items for days, or one day.
I
So
think
if
the
you
casting time was like 1 turn, right?
the casting time is 1 action or more.
Yeah.
So that's not that long.
No, it's not.
I think that more is like when you want to take additional time to set up the environment to be auspicious to your god type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
So did you want to cast it?
No, we'll hold off on blessed for now.
Okay. Let's see. Does that mean you guys are ready to camp?
I believe we are.
All right. So let me write. I'm going to take.
I said I didn't want to cast spells like crazy. I said a few things I want to do, and now I'm all excited that I cast the snake spell. Sorry.
I'm going to write down my little camp checklist, right? So first thing is eat your food. So consume a point of rations.
Oh, did we want Garrett to do food of the gods to give us food?
I don't know how you guys are doing on rations.
Let's see. I have 9 days worth of rations on Gerda, 7 days worth of rations on Hammy. So I'm going to use 2 of Gerda's, so they both have 7 days.
Okay, Horace has 7, and Garrett doesn't have much. Garrett has 5 days. So, yeah, Garrett and Horace will both go ahead and eat a day's worth of rations.
Okay.
So, there's no spell.
Let's see.
We take watch and shifts, obviously.
And then the next step would be to recover 1 point of luck for the thieves and halflings, 1 point of spell burn for any of the wizards. Reset your disapproval.
Hey.
All right, Hammy. I got a luck of 15 now.
And recover 1 hit point if you need to.
No, thankfully, Ethan.
Thankfully, there was some healing.
And then
go double cleric.
X points of stamina. So you guys can recover 1 point of stamina if needed.
So far, I'm holding it together.
Okay.
I think Horace is okay.
All right.
Yeah, Horace is good. All right.
Is that everything for camping? Eat, recover, luck, spell burn, hit points, reset disapproval, and recover any stamina if possible. I think that's everything for camping.
Sounds like it to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so dawn breaks on the 5th day of harvest. I need to clean up my time tracker. I'll be right back with you guys.
Sorry. So, Ethan, are you painting?
No, I'm doing homework.
Oh, that's right. I'm not painting yet either.
Fortunately, this week I finished up my Dragon Stern. So
Nice. Nice. Your work's looking beautiful on those pieces.
thank you.
Looking forward to seeing them all on the table.
Me too. I find that the bigger the model is, the harder it is to do a good paint job.
Well, yeah, because there's always bigger mistakes.
Exactly. And the one thing I'm realizing is that with this particular dragon model, it would have been really nice to have access to an airbrush.
Yeah. I have one and a regulator. I got to get my shit together and start using it.
Yeah, I like it for the bigger model just because I can give the color flowing a lot better.
Yeah.
On the small models, it's like I'll just paint it, but
Sullins has got some great results using his, Sullins has got some great results just using his airbrush to zenith highlight, where he primes it black, then gray, and then the very top is white. Because he uses semi-transparent. He's a big wash guy. So he gets automatic shading out of it. He's got some very good results with it.
Interesting. Interesting.
And by the way, Aaron, make sure you tell Emily it was a compliment. You both seem way too young to have a kid that old. And I always think of you as being a kid anyway. That's what's funny. He hasn't come back yet.
No, he hasn't.
Well, if you can imagine, I was your age. Wait, how old are you?
19.
Oh, I was 20. I think it was 20. No, I was 21. I was 21 when I met Aaron. He was like
Okay.
12 or 13. So part of me always thinks of them as, that 8th grade kid I met.
Okay, I'm back with you.
I was just saying, do tell Emily it is a compliment for 2 reasons. One, I always think of you as a kid just because that's what you are in my heart, right? But on top of it, you two just, especially as a couple, it just seems too young to have a kid that old. You just, you're such young, healthy people, so it just doesn't equate. Like, what? So props to you guys.
Thanks. Okay, today is the 5th day of harvest. There is a great dark foreboding that fills your hearts.
Great.
-3 to your spell checks.
What? Aaron, that's the wrong direction.
I know. But you're certain that there's a light at the end of this at the end of this tunnel.
Eric's really looking forward to the day of harvest when he can just start food of the gods for everything.
Yeah, no kidding. And I just want to point out we were walking into this cave with only 4 of us and a -3 to our spell check.
Warriors doesn't understand what this -3 spell check thing is.
What is this spell check that you speak of?
I feel great. What's your problem?
All right. Well, that was a little bit of housekeeping, and I think much needed to kind of get you guys ready for the remainder of tonight's session. We mark the master calendar. Okay. All right. What would you like to do?
Survive. But yeah, beyond that, I think we need to suit up and work our way down the hill, avoiding those apparent geysers, and move towards the cave.
Do you want to plot it out your route with the paintbrush, and we can figure out how long it's going to take you to get there.
All right.
Lead the way.
They're everywhere.
What's that?
These freaking geysers.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it'd be better to come along the outside. Something like that. Maybe not so close to the magma there on the left, but like halfway between the magma and the geyser.
Yeah, it's sort of this problem of that geyser and this magma, right?
Right. So I'm thinking more like that.
Okay. All right. Um, still could be dangerous for both, but I take your meaning. It's probably better than trying to run the gauntlet there of those geysers.
I assume that everything is dangerous, so we're just trying to minimize said danger.
Is there anything more you want to do here while you're up at the statue?
No, because our friends who aren't here right now are probably going to stay and camp and keep an eye on the gong.
Okay.
And if anybody touches that gong while we're gone,
There
I'm
will
going
be
to have a
hell,
word with them.
there will be hell to pay, literally.
I'm going to gong their gong.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Or are you coming? Are you going to come?
Yes. Yes.
South.
Correct.
Southwest or due west?
Well, due west to that cliff. I don't want to fall off the plateau, so we'll skim along where it starts to slope down.
Yep. And go due west.
Correct.
Okay.
And then due south right there, pretty much the halfway point in that grid.
Gotcha. All right, just taking some notes on my side.
Really hoping not to run into any more crocodiles, but you know, we're gonna
happen.
We're gonna take this one step at a time here.
Why don't each of you go ahead and make Peter, why don't you make a luck check for one of your characters?
Oh, I think that should be Hammy. Hell yes. He's got a 15. Gerda's got an 8.
It's better than Horace.
Oh, even Hammy did that. That's his base, but he's not at his base, so Hammy missed it.
All right.
3 crocodiles.
All right. And sorry, just checking my notes.
Just hope we don't get struck by lightning.
Yes.
Okay, so as you guys kind of descend south off of the, west off of the plateau there, you know, you're kind of coming precariously close to the this magma stream and those geysers to the south of you. The magma stream to the north and the geysers to the south. Why doesn't the party make a fortitude check? A DC 5 fortitude check.
All right, I have a +3 with Hammy.
Okay.
Dang.
Well,
Here's
he's
scared.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's
Fortitude say +3, right? Oh yeah. Better than my luck check.
okay. Great. That's fine. So let's see. Looks like you're then going to head this way to. I'm going to go south. Are you going to go southwest or due south from here?
No, due south, and then we just cross over the line there. We'll start to shift southwest. Right about there is a good place to shift southwest. So we can kind of go halfway between the two magmas.
So you guys have been traveling for about half the day. It's coming up on noon. And
the fact that this place is called the Badlands is not good.
Everywhere we go is Badlands.
Ethan, why don't you go make a luck check?
Okay, Garrett, you are going to make a luck check because Horace is never going to make a luck check again.
Your faith. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah, well. Oh, not even close.
It's
Would
close
you
for
save
even
that for your
Horace.
spell casting and your combat roll? I thought we had this conversation.
If Horace were level 4, I think that 18 would actually be a crit.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not what you were looking for. Might be what everyone's looking for because it progresses the story in an entertaining manner.
Exactly.
So you guys continue heading west to this large cave that is that you can see opening in the face of this plateau that then rises up into a sheer cliff there to the west.
The lightning going off above us.
Mm-hmm. So here, having crossed over the west side of this plateau, you arrive at a gaping hole that's at least 30 feet in diameter, opening ahead of you. The air is filled with the reek of sulfur and melted stone. Steam rises in a wavering haze, visible even in the near dark of this black land.
Mm. Oh, it can't be good, but we got to do this.
Unfortunately, we do.
All right, let's see who's got the light. And I had to read that goddamn article, so now I can't claim ignorance and go, oh, no, let's not worry about that. I didn't read the article.
Which article?
The one that says that you got to pay attention to who's holding the lantern and you need a round to set it down if you're going to be fighting.
Oh, what's this? One of the old school articles that I shared with you or something?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
I just got a cup of tea.
Nice. I got a rock.
I got a rock.
I've had 5 cups of tea today, and I'm about to work on my 6th.
Yeah, well, you got homework you got to do, so keep drinking the tea.
Yeah. After this, it's fluids.
Especially after all that tea.
I don't even want to think about how many times I've gone to the bathroom today.
I'm making a lot of noise. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just skimming some notes. Let me know what you want to do.
We want to go into the cave carefully, not being eaten by whatever is raising steam out of it.
Okay. So as you approach the mouth of the cave, the reek of sulfur and this huge wave of heat, you can just feel it coming radiating up out of this cavern. It's dark down there, and this cave is smooth, and it sort of goes in about 10 or 20 feet and then drops off at like a 60-degree angle or something off into the darkness.
Like the lair of some big creature that's come pouring out of here, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
This reeking of sulfur thing makes
Make
me
an
think
make an intelligence check, Peter, with one of your characters.
Yeah, let's see. Again, Hammy is the clever one. He has a +2.
Oh, sorry, DC 12.
Yeah.
So sure.
Oh,
You
no,
do
it
see
isn't.
there at the edge of the cave, like you can see like this what you almost mistake as like a track, like leading down, and Hammy goes over to investigate it. Like, can I get down this way? And realizes that it's like this score mark on on the inside of the cave, like something tore itself out of here. And he looks on the other side, and you can see sort of a similar set of scoring on the far side of the cave wall.
Yeah, I'm thinking a dragon came clawing out of here when somebody rang the gong. That's my guess.
Make an intelligence check, DC 15.
I just don't want to walk into a dragon's lair. But no. What dragon? It's a potato.
These markings are clearly natural.
Never mind. I'm sure it's safe to walk into this hot sulfur-smelling smooth cave with claw marks. Well, we're going to use part of our rope here to tie ourselves so we can get up and down this 60-degree angle.
Okay. Make a luck check to see if there's anything relatively nearby that you can tie off on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's, those weird kind of heaping of boulders, those large white head, those Zardoz head boulders. And there's two large ones and then a smaller one on the other side. So you sort of thread your rope between the two leaned up heads and then tie it off on one of these. You're making like this very sturdy anchor. And it's very close to the cavern edge. It's probably only 5 feet from the cavern edge.
Perfect.
I do have a marching order tagged out for you guys in the south of the map. If you want to pull together a rough marching order here.
I'm thinking horse in the front.
I think you're right.
Horse. And then
I see.
what?
I see. Well, how good is Garrett in hand to hand?
He's average with 22 HP.
Okay, so I'm about average in hand to hand with 22 HP, but I got a bow with snakes. So my thought is go second. You should take the first 2 slots. I'll take the last 2 slots. We'll put Hammy in the rear and Gerda and spot 3. That way, we have our spellcast and clerics right in the middle. They can reach each other and the halfling.
So something like that.
Correct.
Exactly.
And we're going down as close to if there's a corner where the floor meets the wall, because we want to be as small a silhouette as possible.
Okay. How much rope do you have?
Let's double check that. I have 50 feet of rope on Gerda. And that's it. Got some sailcloth on Hammy.
Any other rope in the party? Just the 50 feet?
That's what I'm checking up on here.
sure
Horse has 50 feet of rope.
Oh, good.
Horace, make a luck check.
Uh-oh. Did he remember to bring the rope with him?
No, it's not for that.
Not even close.
All right, so you guys tie off, and you have roughly 95 feet of rope to aid you in your descent here. Clambering down the shaft, it's dark. It's not well lit. You're getting a bit of light from above you, but then after you go maybe 30 or 40 feet down, you start to get quite a bit of light below you.
I was afraid of that.
That is a bad.
And the temperature continues to increase, and Horace gets to the end of the rope, and the shaft keeps going.
Oh man! How much further? I mean, can we see a bottom?
You can. Let's see. You're gone 100 feet. Yeah, there's probably another 60 feet or so to the bottom of the shaft.
Jesus.
You could almost the the angle's sort of dropped off. I mean, gotten a little gentler. It's probably in the radius of like 20 degrees now, rather than that sharp 60 when you first entered.
So we're not as likely to just tumble over on the current slope.
No, I mean, you could probably try to get down. It might be harder to get up, though, than it would be to get down.
So that was my next question. Does it look like it would be very
the light
difficult?
that you can see below you is like this reddish hue, and the stench of sulfur, like what you've passed when you've gone by the magma flows, is almost overpowering here.
Is this the same red as the magma?
It's yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Right where a dragon
So we
was
could just be
left.
going down the slope into magma.
Crap monkeys. Gesundheit.
Bless you, baby.
I wish Nils were here because I know he's got 50 feet of rope.
Oh, right. He's got 50 feet of rope and spider climb.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Maybe we're dealing with a dragon that literally lives in magma. Do we want to risk it, or do you just want to go back up?
I think, go back up. Are you kidding? We're heroes. Yeah, I think we have to risk it. We have to pick our way down carefully and hope we're not running out of here, because if we are, we're toast.
Yeah,
We
probably.
got one character with infravision. Otherwise, I'm going to light my lantern. Well, we don't need it. We got red light down there. Never mind.
Yeah, it's kind of like this hellish glow.
Not comforting, but at least it helps us see.
Okay, everybody make a... Oh, for those of you... So you're just going to clamber down. You're going to leave your rope tied where it is, and you're going to sort of try to work your way down this remaining 50 or 60 feet to the base of the cavern floor there. Angle's running off about 20 degrees.
Yeah, instead of just trying to walk while standing upright down, Horace is gonna kind of like crab walk down a little bit to gravity.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the careful, slow climb down. Plus, I don't want to wake up anything down there if we can avoid it.
Okay.
Plus, it's dark.
Why did you guys make a reflex save DC 5 for everyone in the party? Don't forget your check penalties for armor and that kind of stuff. Who is that for, Peter?
Well, +2 would be on. Oh, it's a +3. So I actually rolled a 5. That would be Gerda.
Okay, but plus her check penalty from her armor, right? Because this is a reflex save.
Oh yes, so that's the -5 for. Well, that's Hammy. Gerda's at a -6.
Okay, so that's -1. So she's gonna fail and kind of go uncontrolled. Let's see if she drags Hammy with her.
Of course she does. What am I rolling? For his own reflex?
Reflex save, DC 5.
Horace is okay.
Hammy. Oh, that's Horace. Okay.
Hammy's at a +4, -5.
So he's -1 all told.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He walks down.
Gerda goes, whoa! He's like, see ya, sucker. Horace is only -4, is that right? Ooh.
Yeah, Garrett went tumbling down.
Okay, so the two clerics sort of lose their footing as they're kind of making their way down. Let's see how bad it is. Make a luck check.
Garrett, it could certainly be Horace. Woo, we're good.
All right. Good for both of you.
I am too.
Let's see. So you guys only take a D6 of damage each. Horace or Garrett takes 5. Gerda takes 6.
Ouch.
Right. So you arrive at the bottom of the cavern tunnel, and it opens up into a huge stone chamber that's like 140, like 150 by 100 feet. It's this huge kind of oblong chamber that rises up to 60 feet in height. And within this chamber, there's an island of black basalt stone, that black volcanic rock that's surrounded on 3 sides by magma.
Mm-hmm.
And the heat in here is just intense. In fact, everybody take a DC 10 fortitude save right now.
Okay. Gerda made it. And Hammy. Oops.
This is for Goodman. Okay. Garrett's fine. Double check.
Oh, nope. Hammy doesn't make it.
Okay. Did both of your guys make it, Ethan?
I'm throwing for Horace right now. Horace is good. They're both good.
He was almost so not good.
I know. I saw that too.
Hammy's got a racial thing about volcanoes.
Well, right, and I mean he's closer to the ground, so it's hotter down here or something, or it's burning his bare feet. I don't know.
It's like walking your dog in the summer, you know.
He takes a point of damage.
6.
You're all immediately start sweltering, and coughing from the stench and the reek of sulfur. Let me quickly sketch for you where you are and what you're looking at.
Yeah, we're doing the bandanas over our faces thing like we did earlier.
Okay, that's a good idea.
At the very least, we won't completely die by sulfur inhalation.
I see the word croc.
I just changed map layers to our battle map. And
this is fun.
I have a yeoman run. What?
I think the run the battle map cannot bode well.
oh, I'm just using it as a sketch pad because I don't have
You don't have this. Don't have this room in the files.
Right. I don't have this. This room is not in the. Sir, not appearing in the files. So this room is.
This room is the best rooms.
This room's about this big. These squares right now are 10 feet. You guys have come out from here, from out of the cavern tunnel, and there's this passage, this sort of this islet leading out to this larger island out here, and everything else around here is
Lava.
magma.
So yeah, we have to walk up. It's an isthmus, actually.
Did I say islet? I meant isthmus. Thank you.
Yeah, islet is a small island, and yeah, isthmus is a narrow strip between two pieces of land.
And out here on the isthmus, you can on the islet, you can see another cavern.
Oh fuck!
Like an opening that goes down, or
well, this is like you know, this is all like raised, you know, and it's like almost like a burrow, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like a dragon would live there.
I think it's a little small for a dragon.
Let's hope. Well, we got to move along there. It's either that or fry. We need to move fairly quickly. Gonna hope it's cool.
I think we. Yeah.
Because we cannot stay. We can't stay in this heat long.
Given the properties of lava, that tunnel is going to be scorching.
Maybe, unless it's magic. Let's hope. Otherwise, it's an oven.
An oven. Sorry, just skimming some notes here.
Yeah, you like the putting us in an oven way too much.
Let's see. So you guys are here. What do you want to do?
We want to move. It's staying in the center of the isthmus. We want to move up towards the new cavern, hoping to find cooler space.
As we walk up, or as we're going, Garrett's going to cast Detect Evil.
Okay. So you're moving down the isthmus towards the cavern. It's 10, 20, 30 feet to being able to have a good visibility into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you wanted to cast Detect Evil as you're walking, is that right, Garrett?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's at -3 for the day?
-3, yeah.
Okay, so if
Don't
there's
forget.
that goes to -1. Woo!
What, 19? Okay, what do you get for that?
What do I get with a 19? That is an excellent question.
The 19. We can team tag this because if we have to, I have protection from evil. So,
oh right, mm-hmm.
Might have to work this out as a team, right?
Nils is on his way.
Yay! We need a spellcaster. It was nice having him hang out here. I mean, it was just, we went spent night, and he sat at my painting table and painted when I finished getting a few things based. It was nice to have a house guest.
Yeah, he said it sounded like he had a really nice time hanging out with you.
Yeah, it was just nice to sit and, bullshit and talk about stuff we hadn't talked about in ages. And yeah, really enjoyed it.
Cool.
All right. So to a range of 120 feet in all directions from the cleric, creatures of opposed alignment are automatically detected, as well as objects inherently dangerous in nature, weapons, and evil creatures do not receive a will save to remain undetected. It'll last for 6 turns.
Okay. So, aside from and how does it manifest itself, this spell for you?
I have not cast this before.
Oh.
Well, D3. A 3. Evil creatures emit terrible dark shadows in all directions, clouding their appearance with a deep shroud of darkness.
Okay. I like it. So when Garrett casts this spell, the entire chamber gets plunged into darkness, like and the darkest pulsating mass of it is coming from within the little burrow there out on the islet.
Perfect.
And,
Perfect.
And it's almost pulsating.
Fuck me. All right. Well, I'm gonna try and cast protection from evil. All right. So
see.
the -3 for the day, +2.
Oh crap.
For personality. Yeah, +2. What did you just do?
Oh, it just through some percentile dice.
I don't like that.
Definitely for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, I like the 14 much better. All right. Well, no protection from evil, and I got a disapproval.
Okay. Any more casting, or are you going to continue up to the
No, foolishly
Garrett's
continue.
going to try and cast. Garrett's going to try and cast Bless here because he's scared.
Okay, go ahead and make your spell check, and then I have some actions for you.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Are you casting it on yourself, an ally, or an object?
I'm casting it on myself right now.
Okay. What is the effect of a 16?
The cleric receives a +1 bonus to all attack rolls, damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and spell checks for 1 turn.
One turn. 10
minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. Good to know. Good to know.
Now, real quick before we actually go.
Oh, I want everybody to make a DC 10 fortitude check.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Manifestation.
And manifestation.
Garrett is lined in a brilliant aura.
An aura, okay. Kind of beating back the darkness, as it were, right?
Exactly.
I'll give you guys I'll give you guys a die step because of a die shift up for for what did you say? You're putting bandages over your face? Bandanas is over your faces. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can take a D24 for this fortitude check.
Gerda appreciates that.
Uh-huh.
So this is going to be at a +1.
Okay, so this is Garrett, and you said this is fortitude?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gerda made it with a 19.
Garrett made it with a 19.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, sorry, 22.
And Hammy made it with a 20. No, with a 21.
And Horace rolls a 21.
Gosh, the D24 is hot for you guys.
Yeah, we're going to use it for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can figure out clever ways to shift the dice in your favor, then that's always good. Let's see. So so from within the burrow, you notice that pulsating darkness starts to flow up out of this little cavern, and it sort of wends its way towards you.
I'm going to back up a little.
Why don't we just make an initiative check?
No, I don't like that.
Let's see. I am in 6 plus 8.
What?
14.
What do I get a plus from? What's
agility.
Oh, good.
Where do I get my pluses?
So we're going to use Hammy because he's got a +2.
Okay.
He's a +9.
Oh, it was a 20.
So
we wait till Nils gets here?
This black shadowy mass kind of winds its way up out of the little burrow and unfolds itself before you in sort of this regal, stretching majesty, and you can see as the darkness starts to drip away from it, and the black magma starts to boil red and hot. There's a large dragon standing before you, reared up on its hind legs. But so remember the dragon that you faced in Farouk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like
a were dragon?
It's like 2 times or 3 times bigger than that.
Oh, good Lord.
But there's no flesh on this dragon. It's entirely skeletal. And it looks down at you and says, Men have come to my home. come to my prison, no doubt, to taunt me, to torment me.
Okay,
And he like slithers back slightly into the cavern, sort of backing in, wings kind of not quite within the cavern itself, sort of fanned out behind it. And you can see on either side of the cavern are these almost carved, these carved images of stone and bone. And make an intelligence check. Somebody that hasn't yet.
Nathan, that would be you.
Well, Garrett is going to try and make this one.
DC 12.
Oh, that was almost a 17.
You can see that these figures are humanoid, but you can't make out anything else other than that. And because you're so overawed by the size of this creature. But there are many of them, like heaps of them, like a wood pile, sort of discarded, on either side of the burrow itself.
You mean the pilings of bone and stone?
Yeah, and they're carved into like humanoid shapes.
Garrett's going to ask.
I need a refresher for just a second.
Sure.
We came here pursuing our enemies, right? How did we end up in the tunnels? Did we have no other way to go but forward after we killed these guys?
Right, you were chasing them down, remember? And when you've kind of finally ran them to ground inside this dragon cave, well above in the surface world, they went through this portal. And remember, the portal had some carvings on either side of it, one dark and dangerous and one sort of green and light.
Right.
And you guys chased them through the portal, and then you had a fight with them, but then you realized you couldn't get back through the portal. It was like sealed.
Okay.
So you just went forward, and you made your way through those mazy caverns and then out into this dark and foreboding land on the western side of this huge wall.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not going to lie to a dragon.
Right.
I'm not stupid.
Right.
Garrett asked the dragon, what is your name, oh great dragon? And who has imprisoned you here?
Okay, make a personality check. Let's just see how well you do.
Maybe
I'm not going to assign any difficulty outright.
Oh, 10.
10?
About average.
His head goes flat down onto the cavern floor, and he hisses. He says, "Tell me who you are first, then perhaps I will tell you my tale." And you hear his tail like lash within the cavern itself, in the burrow.
Gerda will step forward and say, "Oh, mighty Drake, we come from another land. We sought we chased our enemies from who had cast us into the past, and we'd fought our way forward, hunted down our enemies. Unfortunately, once we'd caught them, we had crossed through a portal that had led us into this land. We had no other way to go but forward. That has led us across these dark wastelands and the swamp filled with crocodiles to you. We seek no insult. We seek to take nothing from you. We seek merely to get home. I can see that we say something that we might be able to help one another. We both seem to need something."
His mouth sort of snaps. Make a personality check.
It's a 15. If that's close, I'll burn luck from Hammy.
Well, you could certainly burn luck if you want to. I said I was not going to assign any difficulty check to these. It was more just an evaluation about how well you were received, right?
Gotcha. Okay, then we'll save our luck.
Yeah.
The skull of the dragon sort of turns its head quizzically at you, and its jaws snap twice, and it says, "Priestess of Ildavar, come to this black land." And he almost howls.
Not quite by choice.
Like a wolf. He says, "I too, at one time, I too walked on two legs like a man, but now," he like beats his wings against the cavern and says, "Now I am in the great visage of my god, Bafat Kor."
Ah, shit! This guy again.
But then at that he sort of collapses down, and his head goes again onto the flat, like supine on the cavern floor, and he says, "But I was betrayed, left here to rot, a cruel joke of the Chaos Lords and their foul court. But what is man but a trifling of his heart?" And you see like this great welling of red within his eyes, those empty eye sockets, and there's smoke, and it begins to smoke like magma rolling down its snout.
Who was it who betrayed you, Almighty?
Everybody make a DC 10 fortitude check.
Okay. Are we still doing 20s or 24s?
Yeah, you can have a DC. Yeah, it's a DC 10 on a D24 because of your looking good.
All right.
Oh, Horace failed.
Horace takes 5 points of damage. He's literally baking in his armor.
Yeah, we have to make this fast. How badly wounded are you?
Oh, I'm at 31 out of 36.
Okay.
So assuming we don't have to fight anything for a little bit, Garrett will ask who was it who betrayed you? Trapped you here in this
make
prison?
a personality check. This one is DC 15.
Oh boy. Come on. Not even close.
So remember, you detected this thing as evil.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's got to be chaotic, right? You're lawful, if I remember correctly. So it's diametrically opposed to you.
So it doesn't trust you.
The dragon turns its gaze towards you as you kind of step forward besides Gerda and, ask him these questions. He says, "Man of Cornus, flee this place if you know what's right for you. I will treat with this priestess, but only because she did not betray me." And by she, he means the
priestess or the Ildavar.
Capital S.
Yeah, as in my goddess.
Yeah.
Right.
Garrett will turn around and begin making his way back up to the surface, along with Horace, so that we don't completely wreck the party.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Well, I don't want Garrett to die, but at the same time...
No, I get it. And I'm just thinking Hammy's lawful, but he's not really doing anything but standing behind Gerda quietly. But the dragon defended.
Well,
So Gerda will ask, Almighty Drake.
But yeah.
Okay, Ethan, I'll come to you in just a second. Go ahead, Peter.
I want to make sure I've got my roll right here. Okay, +2. Mighty Drake, can we help you? Can we help free you from this prison so that maybe you can help show us the way out of here so we can follow your sage advice and leave these lands? By the way, metagaming, this is one reason I chose a neutral character, because I felt Luke had the best interaction with both sides.
Right. That can never. That's that can never hurt. Though you can never really swing the favor one way or the other in the in the wars between law and chaos.
No, absolutely not.
Garrett only has familial tradition, and a little birthmark.
Right.
And a birthmark.
It's family mark for servitude.
So he begins to tell you this tale, to regale you with this tale, and you learn that his name is Valgazar. He was once a priestess, a human priest of Bothat Kor, but he had lived in ancient times when Farouk was still a city of power and wealth. He is of Farouk, and he knows that place when you mention it to him in your travels there, and he's surprised to hear about the uprising of the Zaikin and the downfall of the Masters. But his
Nils' travels there.
Right. And you know that from what little you've learned, from Nils, as he's sort of been muttering to himself this whole time. Iridian's been muttering to himself this whole time as you guys have gone on these great travels. He explains that he was once a human priest of Bothat Kor, the great dragon god, but he had the bad luck to fall in love, and even worse luck to fall in love with the Kith princess.
Oh, we know how that can be, man.
And remarkably, his love was not unrequited.
Wow.
But it was forbidden, right? She was a follower of her own elven gods and her own Kith gods, and how dare she taint her bloodline, with the mere mortal man. They carried on this kind of bizarre affair between the Kingspire and Farouk for years, until finally it was discovered.
We've been to the Kingspire,
and they were both betrayed, and their secret laid bare to their communities and to their gods.
Oh man!
So they were punished and banished to this realm beneath the Dragon Wall. And Valgazar was thrown into these Black Basalt lands, and his one true love,
she's in the Fertile Lands.
Yeah, Alerith, that's her name.
How do you spell that?
Alerith is Alerth. Alerith. Was banished to the opposite side of the wall, and ne'er could they penetrate the wall. And the only way that they'd ever be freed from this prison would be is for one of them to be slain. So it's like this cruel joke of separating of the two lovers, with the only release being the
The loss of one
The
forever.
loss of one. They fought many great battles between their followers and their supplicants that were banished with them, but never could they, get the upper hand, as it were.
There's got to be another alternative.
He says that when you ask about other alternatives and other ways, he says, well, perhaps there's one way. My chaotic patron, my patron from the court of chaos, who set me down this dark path, the trickster, Retromax.
What's his name?
Retromax is banished as well to this land, but he's on the opposite side of the wall, lest he lend me aid here in my own prison.
Wonder if her patron's on this side of the wall.
Is your love been transformed into a dragon as well?
He said he wouldn't know. The only memories he has of her are these carvings that he's made. So at this, why don't you guys, both you and Hammy, take 2d6 points of damage.
Ouch!
You can roll it or I can roll it. This is only because of the time and the duration that you've been spending down here, hearing this tale. And you don't feel like you could have left safely in any case, right?
Right. Okay, so Hammy's taken 7, Gerda's taken 9. She's fucked.
So that's all the additional damage that you'll have to take down here, unless something other peculiar. I mean,
we have no intention of staying much longer.
Right.
But then I'm going to ask him some quick questions.
Sure, you can kind of continue the conversation. I mean, I wanted to sort of set the stage for the tale that he's telling you, and then you can.
Is there something
ask questions or interject as you like, through this process?
Well, Belgazar, then we will go seek your love, Elerth, and we'll see if we can't find a way to free you without killing one of you. So we must seek Retromax first. Is this right?
Retromax may be able to help you. That is true. But if he's been trapped here as long as I have, his only wish will be for escape.
Is there something we can say to Elerth to let her know that we've talked to you and that she can trust us?
Let's see.
What about the gong?
No, he knows that she blames him for her banishment, and in fact, she sent her warriors forth to slay him many times so that she could be released. He still loves and pines for her, but it's more like a dragon's greed. Right? When he speaks about her or talks, for any length of time about her, he like sort of paws those humanoid figurines towards him, and sort of bundles them up underneath his belly. And you can see when he's doing that they're all intricately carved figurines of women, of the same woman, in fact, the same flowing jet black hair, the lithe figure of a Kith princess.
And we've seen a couple Kith princesses, so we know.
Yeah, you know what those look like.
Okay.
Horus fell in love with one.
What is above this cave where we have to go soon? There's a giant sculpture of a dragon, and there's a gong. What does that do? Should we avoid that, or will that help you?
To ring the gong, and it will call me forth from my slumber here in the dark.
Well, that would have been a good idea.
Is this something that would help you that you need us to do, or is this something you would come up and eat us?
He says, "Oh, priestess of Ildevar, if I wanted to eat you, you'd already been eaten. You've provided me with some amusement and conversation, something I've not had for years upon years. All I have are these rocks and stones and a few lizards to keep me company."
Well, we're going to see what we can do about this, because I have a feeling that if we can get you out of here, we can get us out of here.
Mm. Yes, well,
Garrett's
again,
opposed
the
to
only
that,
way
by the way.
the portal can be opened is for one of us to die, Alareth or myself.
Well,
And he
let's
puts
talk
one
to-
claw forward and digs it into the earth, and this won't be me. You take that as a cue that maybe you ought
Yeah,
to
we're done.
Like
And I raised the hand and started the Elder blessing. I said, may we find what you desire.
I desire only Alath. And he turns and like squirms back into the burrow, like this kind of, like when a dog turns many times on its bed.
Yep. We're booking. We're booking out of there.
Okay.
Before we start climbing all the way back up again, though, Gerda's going to have to take a time to try and heal herself.
Okay, go ahead and make your spell
Because
check.
if I fall, I could be toast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
It's not into my disapproval yet. I got to try it one more time.
All right.
That's a 12. I need a 15?
What was so your neg, what are you, neg 3?
Neg 3.
Plus 3 for the level, so that's a wash plus your personality, right?
Plus 2. Okay.
So I think 2 will give you
11 or 12.
that'll give you 2
Okay.
dice. That'll give you 2 dice.
Because I am aligned with my own god.
Right, you're the same alignment.
3. That's helpful. Well, at least she's got something back.
Right.
Hammy is doing a little better, so he's not worried about it. We're going to work our way carefully up.
Any special way you're managing the smooth climb up out of this?
Yeah, on all fours, hands and knees.
Hands and knees, okay.
Keeping center of gravity low and not wanting to slide backwards.
Let's see how fast you can do it. Why don't you make a DC 5 reflex save, and remember to apply your check penalties for armor and stuff like that.
I don't like that part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So this is more about how quickly you can get up, right? If you're going to take more smoke damage, more heat damage.
Am I using a D24 because I've got my face covered?
No, this is not for the smoke. This is for the climbing.
Gotcha.
So it's reflex save plus.
Well, Gerda didn't make it.
Okay, Gerda didn't make it. How about Hammy?
And he's at a. Let's double check this. Reflex save at a +4, -5 for the chainmail, so he's at a -1.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's helping Gerda up.
Yeah, he's barefooted. And, is he going to help her?
Yeah, because she's having trouble. So he had no trouble going down. He's a freaking hobbit.
Yeah, he's barefooted, and it's easier that way.
It is.
But because Hammy's staying behind to help Gerda,
he's gonna have to make another roll.
Yeah, both of you make your smoke inhalation check. It's a DC 10 fortitude on a D24.
Oh, okay. Let's redo this then. It's helpful. Okay, so fortitude. Hammy's at a. Gerda's at a +1 on a D24. She makes it, and Hammy is at a +3 on a D24. And he makes it.
Okay, so you both make it.
We're covered in soot and we're coughing, sweating like freaking fiends.
But you do make it out of the cavern of the Algazar.
Excellent. And now we have a mission.
Yeah, or now you have some clues in any case, right?
Yeah.
Hey, looks like Nils just joined.
Yep, finally got on.
Hey, man.
Hey.
You want to fill...
Burned to death talking to a bone
Okay,
dragon.
I'm back. Yeah, fill me in.
So,
since I
so
wasn't-
why is there a giant penis on the board?
I knew you'd see that
It's
first
an-
thing.
It's an ismith and an islet. Emily says she thinks it's a penis too.
Well, she would be the expert.
PCC. Aaron, you want to fill him in?
I think he's expecting you guys.
Why don't you guys do it? Yeah.
Well, Ethan, I just did all the talking to the dragon. You fill him in.
What? You're the one who knows it. My characters don't know Jack.
All right, I'm filling in the whole party at this point. We crossed the valley, and we fortunately made most of our rolls and didn't get blasted by geysers or magma. We were just short of rope, so we had to climb to get to the bottom of this smooth tube that had claw marks, so clearly some dragon had crawled up out of it. We worked our way down to about 50 to 60 feet from the bottom. The slope wasn't as steep, so we stumbled our way down that, Horace and I tumbling on our heads, the hobbit and the other cleric being fine. Got to the bottom, hotter than fucking hell. It's all magma. It's all lit up with, it's like fucking Mount Doom down there. And there's this isthmus sticking out in the middle of it with a goddamn rock island in the middle of it with, of course, a burrow. So Ethan's cleric decides to cast Detect Evil, which the manifestation of it is it causes shadows to come from that which is evil. So the entire cavern went black, but it was even blacker coming out of the burrow. So we were surrounded by evil and chaos, in this case, because he's law. And this bone dragon came up out of the burrow and asked us what the hell we were doing there. So my dice were slightly better than Ethan, so Gerda took over the conversation and learned from this dragon that he is an ancient priest of what was the dragon god in Farouk?
Bahamut.
Yeah, Bahamut, him. And he's an ancient priest from way back in the day when Farouk was run by people and the apes were just servants. And he fell in love with the Kith princess, who, of course, is a different religion, different race. And it caused all kinds of motherfucking problems and, practically a war. They tried to carry on an illicit affair for a while, but they were finally caught, and it was bad. It was really bad, and they were cursed. And he was turned into this dragon and put into this realm, and she was turned into a dragon. Apparently, he's not sure. He doesn't have much memory except of her as a woman. And put in the other realm, which is the one we haven't gone to yet. And they can never be together. And the only way they can be freed is if one of them dies. And she, being Kith Princess, is determined to be fairly immortal anyway. And I think she's kind of over the whole love story because she's been sending her minions to try and kill him, and he's been wasting the minions. And apparently his Chaos Patron has also been trapped in that other realm. And he may know a way out of here. He may be able to help us. He may or not. He's called the Trickster, so you can imagine how much help he's going to be. The good news is now that Nils is here, we have an actual Chaos player.
Yeah,
Because the dragon only put up with me. That was
really wasn't wanted.
What was that, Ethan?
Yeah, I got the feeling that Cornus kind of pissed this guy off.
Yeah, because we've got Cornus with us tonight, the lawful cleric.
So now I think we need to find a way over to the other valley, which is going to be not all hot and lava filled. And I need to recover because I still have 11 points of damage on me, and Hammy's got 7. He's not happy.
What's all that from?
Heat damage and smoke inhalation.
Okay. See, it sounds like that's a perfect opportunity. Is that wait for me all the heat damage to be done, and then I'll show up.
Yeah, we were noting that.
What I'm curious about is this guy's patron is trapped over in the other land. Well, is her patron trapped in this land somewhere?
Oh, good point.
I didn't think to ask that.
I don't know that he would have known that, but I mean, well, we know that she had some sort of elven god patron. So if she did, that patron might be able to help us if we could find them.
So you do know that they, the sort of, to keep the peace between the balance between law and chaos, the court of chaos set up this realm and this kind of cruel trick to punish the two
lovers,
interlopers, I guess. You know, in the great battles across the cosmos.
Right.
You know, and oftentimes they aren't open kind of conflict. They're more or less just, you know, these kind of weird cold wars between these two power bases.
So then, would her patron have been of the side of law or neutral?
Well, she had the Kith worship their own gods, and but it's more about. It was more about the Bafut core priest defiling the wishes of his gods, god, and breaking these vows of chastity, breaking them with this Kith princess, and the schism that caused between the two communities, right? Between the Kith and the
because the Kith found the idea of a mortal touching one of them disgusting.
Right. And rather than bring these two nation states, these two powerful nation states of Farouk and the Kingspire into open conflict with one another, this was like almost like a way to keep the peace, you know, to appease both sides, to punish both of the interlopers for an all eternity in the most cruelest of manners, right?
So the king.
So they just suffer at the pains of heart. But, you know, Kith don't really have, you know, human emotions the way men do. So the human priest has been suffering that indignity, and the Kith princess just being cut off from her Fey realm, I guess.
So we've really traveled to both of these warring nations and their capitals and are now here in the middle of it.
Yeah, some hundreds of years later.
Ooh, I like it.
Now, where we entered this valley, there was no way back, was there? No, that was an opening. That's right. We can go back into the maze.
Right. You guys remember when you exited from the cavern maze beneath the wall? It was here. But now, I mean, you're all the way on the other side of the valley, basically here.
Right.
So we should probably go over to
the last thing we should tell Nils is that Valgazor had said that if you strike the gong at the statue, he will come.
That's good to know.
Less damage next time.
And that person you just said, that was the Bone Dragon?
That's the Bone Dragon.
Okay. Valgazor or something like that?
Yeah, so his name was Valgazar, and he was the former human priest. He's now Bone Dragon. Then there's Aelirth, which was his love, and we think she's a dragon. And then there's a chaos trickster named Retrimax.
By the way, Garrett is totally against freeing this worshipper of Bafut core chaos guy. He says we should free the Kith lady because she's better than this chaos guy.
Yeah, I think we need to see I think we need to see everybody's story. Because I have a feeling we either have to kill them both or neither of them.
I'm going to go with let's not try killing them both. At least not at the same time.
I don't think we can take on a dragon.
Yeah, Horace wasn't too confident.
So remember, one of the descriptions I gave for the guys about the dragon, Nils, was remember the one that you encountered in Farouk? This one was like 2 or 3 times bigger.
Yeah, I would not go for the killing option.
No, that's why I think we need to go through the maze, and we need to find Retromax. Because he may be a trickster, but he wants to be freed, and I think he'd find the whole thing very entertaining.
My bet is to free him, we have to free both of them.
Well, maybe. We don't know.
And by the maze, you mean the initial area that we mapped ourselves?
Correct.
Okay.
So that having been said, and based on how long it took us to get over here, and we were down there probably an hour would be my guess, we probably have time to work our way to near the plateau to camp again.
Yeah. Oh, healing. Why don't I do some of that?
Sure. We can both try. And by the way, Nils, we're at -3 today for casting.
Okay.
So Garrett's going to try and heal the warrior first because he's down. We'll go to... Woo!
That's what you want.
21.
Hard.
Back and forth. Okay, and then let's see. So let's go with Gerda next because she got beat up pretty bad.
Cooked. I got cooked.
Yeah. 16.
Hey, nice.
And that's 2 dice for adjacent.
How was Grace's concert, Nils?
Yep, 2 dice.
It was good, but because it's an all-strings orchestra, it can get kind of painful. I thought it started at 6:30. And so when I got there, I realized it was already halfway over.
Oh.
And I missed the 7th graders. And then I had to only sit for like another 20 minutes. And luckily, Grace had already told me that she was last, her group was last. So
nice.
So yeah, that's definitely the way to see it. Because before they had like 4th grade through 8th grade, 2 classes of each, all played their songs. They cut it back, and so yeah, sitting through the 4th grade was incredibly painful. So like nobody except for the kids' parents wanted to be there. So
yeah,
I just healed Hammy by a lot.
Yeah, you guys have had pretty good dice roll tonight. I mean, really good dice rolls tonight. That's been.
I have had some. I hurt myself bad, which reminds me I'm going to try and heal myself now.
Yeah, I need to have Garrett heal himself.
Healers heal themselves. Okay.
Come on, Garrett. Woo!
That's what we like to see.
2 dice.
Nils, did you take any damage?
I don't think we've done. No, I don't think we've done anything since the last session. Let me check to make sure.
Garrett's back at full health.
Okay, if you guys want to just plot your course back to where you want to head to, you won't need to. You guys become pretty familiar with this environment now. You know, bandanas to protect you from the sulfur of the magma fields. You know, you would only be at risk if you traveled through one of those squares with the geysers.
Okay,
So
so
you
we'd
can
like
just
to avoid that. I'd like to get as far as we can towards the entrance before we're fatigued and have to actually camp.
It's just 2 o'clock now.
Okay, good. What do you say? It takes us about an hour to cross one of these squares.
It does. If you want to move at a higher, at a faster rate, you can.
No,
So there are risks and hazards associated with that. I'll just say as much.
yeah, I'd like to avoid said risks and hazards. So I think we should move at a fairly cautious rate. Now we can move down the side of the plateau without hurting ourselves, or we have to. Because we went up the front of it, right?
You did go up the. It's. I mean, it's gentle enough to climb. It's just. It's.
I don't know if we have to go around it, or can we go across it and then down?
You can go across it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any. I don't have any penalties in place for moving with, you know, across elevations or anything like that.
Horace suggests that when we go to cross the river, we cross in about the exact same spot we came across for less chance of a crocodile.
I agree. All right, so that's the plan.
Okay.
Now, yeah, if we can get all the way to the entrance of the tunnel to camp, that would be, I think, not a bad idea, but I don't want to be too close to the
We're
water.
not making it.
Then I say we stop at least on one of the upper plateaus so we can see
Agreed.
around us. I don't want to be near the water the crocodiles are.
Yeah.
So,
Makes me wonder if the minions we fought were the Kith ladies or the dragons.
oh, those spirits?
No, the weird-looking, almost ape-humanoid things.
That's right. The guys who were sitting around chanting. I think those were his.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I should have thought to ask if we could have one of his little sculptures, but it probably would have been a bit much to ask.
Probably.
Okay. You guys make it through your first hour of travel, or sorry, first 3 hours of travel. Pardon me. An hour per hex, right?
Something like that. Yep.
Nils, make a luck check.
Better than Horace.
Which character?
The one with the highest luck.
Mm-hmm. That's the question.
Yep, that worked.
Nice.
That's under your luck, right?
Yes.
Roll a d4 for me, please. Okay.
These are the checks we kept missing, Ethan. So.
And who made the luck check?
Ericor.
Ericor. Okay. So as you guys start marching back to the east, Ericor catches a glint of something in the sea of white stones, and it's a black onyx ring.
Oh.
Picking it up and inspecting it, make an intelligence check. BC 15.
Ha! Nice.
And it has inscribed on the face of the ring in this black onyx stone. this sigil that kind of glows red within the stone itself of Bophet core. You recognize it, you know, through your own mystical studies. And it gives off a faint, you get a faint magical sense from it.
Okay.
Does Garrett feel like repelled or appalled by this thing?
I mean, only because, I mean, there is a sigil of Bophet core, a chaotic god on it. I mean, that's like looking at a upside down cross kind of thing for you.
Right, but he's not getting any chaotic voodoo or anything from this thing.
You want to cast a spell or tell me how you might do that?
I'm just
checking the warranty.
I will throw a detect evil spell at it.
Okay, go ahead and make a spell check. While you're doing that, Peter, go ahead and make a, let's see, 3 and 5. What's your detect magic result?
16. Creatures of opposed alignment are automatically detected, as well as objects inherently dangerous in nature, such as traps or cursed weapons. Evil creatures do not receive a will save to remain undetected.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Don't touch it. It's evil.
Don't touch it. It's evil. It's not a penis. It's an ismuth.
That 3 times fast. Penis ismuth. Penis ismuth. Penis ismuth.
Can you guys put yourself out in your kind of conversational kind of order where you're having a conversation about this ring?
Oh, yeah. We have. Do you have Nils's figures?
I think they're there.
There you go.
I see.
At least one of them.
Oh, who am I missing? Oh, Hammy. Is that everyone?
Yep. There should be 6 of this because there's 2 each.
Well, it was 5 for. We're doing 5 characters in the adventure, right?
There's 4 of you. Oh, you can. Who do you want to bring, Nils? Meridian or?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry,
Hardcore.
My computer was about to die.
You can bring them both, actually. That's fine. Okay. Tonight, you can bring both of them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. My computer is now plugged in and not going to die.
Oh, you were having some computer trouble?
Yeah. So, what happened with the ring?
Well, we're kind of sitting around talking.
Let's see. Who has the ring? Arcor has the ring. Oh,
yeah, you need to enable a little.
I need a token for. Let me get the token for Horace.
And you need to enable.
I was just wondering
Horace, Garrett.
I was just wondering if whatchamacallit, the Detect Evil had shown anything from the ring.
Right.
Or actually, mainly the ring.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. I just want to know where you are and what you're doing while you guys are having this conversation.
Hey, nice ring.
Wow. That's amazing.
I bet it's not evil.
Not in the least. How far
Garrett is 90% sure it's bad.
How far does your Detect Evil go? I'm going to move you a little bit closer to our corner.
60-foot radius from the cleric.
Oh, 60-foot radius.
Mm-hmm. You're within range.
No, but you do get this, and it's shadows, right?
Yes.
That's okay. So you're talking with Arcor, and you're looking at that thing, and you're like, "Oh, this is terrible," and you like go into your incantation and ritual about detecting evil, and there, and nothing falls into shadow, but it's like a great cloud sort of goes over the sun that's not existent, and everybody else that's looking at Garrett can see just this black cloud sort of looming out here.
Garrett immediately takes 5 very large steps back or away from where he's seeing the big cloud.
You don't see it.
Oh, I don't see it. Okay.
So, and you hear this reptilian cry as this this lizard, this large lizard, like the size of a small horse, it has like 2 hard ridges on its back, and it's this ashy gray, and and you guys that were looking and talking at Arcor, you didn't even see it. It was sort of like just
camouflaged,
deathly still. You thought it was, just another one of those volcanic rock boulders, and then it started dashing towards you. It was some 80 feet away. But by the time you really figured out what was going on, it was only, now it is, how fast does it move? Yeah, it's right up on you. In fact, it's right behind Garrett.
It's chewing Garrett's head.
These things happen.
I need a monster.
You don't need a monster. Stop that.
The ring is not cloaked in black. The monster behind me is cloaked in black.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's weird. And you turn around and there's this this out of the shadow, comes galloping this giant lizard.
Maybe it's friendly.
Oh, these will do.
You hear Garrett say some rather not pleasant things.
So just to be clear, the ring is not evil, or there was no indication of the ring being evil, right?
Just to be clear, right? My ring's okay, isn't it?
Right. Just so when just before Garrett dies, swallowed by the lizard, we can say, "I told you so."
Right. It was fine. Everything's fine.
If you hadn't cast a spell, we'd be fine. You wouldn't be dying.
Yeah, well.
No, I think the lizard would have come after you, Rebecca.
Garrett, go ahead and make an initiative.
Oh, I'm casting a spell.
5. Oh, unfortunately not this round because you're surprised.
Oh, okay. I'm never surprised. I always.
This was surprising.
This is so predictable. We're all gonna die.
Okay, you guys do win though.
We what?
Okay.
You do win the initiative.
Holy shit. All right.
Well, Horus is going to go running at this thing. And Garrett's going to spin around and smack the thing. So let's just do Garrett first since he's right there.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
So just so I understand, the minus 3.
That was a 7.
The minus 3 on the casting.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't affect your fumble roll. It just means you don't cast.
Right. The only way spellcasters get failures is if they roll down, right? It is still a negative into your total result. So if you threw a 5 and your neg 3, you'd be counting as a 2.
Right, but if I threw a 2 and I'm a negative and it counts as a -1, it's not actually a fumble because it's
it is. It is a 1 on the spell check, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ouch.
Yeah, so for wizards it's a little more risky. For the clerics it hasn't been as bad. They've been dicing up a lot. Before we get too much further, guys, what is your disapproval rating?
I have no disapproval currently.
I have 2.
Okay. And you threw an 11. That's a miss, Ethan.
Yeah. Well, Horus is going to come charging in.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, where's Horus now?
Horus
About to be eaten.
has gone up to basically kind of. So Garrett swung, and then Horace runs in and kind of like tries to get in front of Garrett, which is why his attack missed.
Okay.
He's basically trying to put himself in front of Garrett.
Okay, you can maybe do that with a Mighty Deed.
Okay. Well, his attack missed, though his the T die would have gone off, but his attack missed.
Yeah, you need to get the attack to go off too.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing anything?
Well,
Amy, Gerda, and Ridian. Oh, and Arcor.
well, Nils, what do you plan to do there?
Arcor is going to attack. Ridian is a little bit hesitant with his -3 to cast on anything. I'm sorry, which icon is Arcor? Is it this one here? No, probably not that one. This one.
I think it's the green guy with the little stick.
Okay.
We can change him too if you want.
No, that's fine. I just wasn't sure which one it was. He will run up and try to stab the guy. All right.
This spear.
Spear and magic helmet, yes. Weapons.
Spear on magic helmet. What do you expect from an opera? A happy ending?
There you go.
Hits 20
points.
Oh, did you roll a 20?
I got to a 20. I didn't actually roll a natural 20.
Oh, it wasn't a crit for you.
No,
and you did 10 points of damage?
Yep.
Wow. Brutal.
But remember, I look like an orc.
You do look like
right.
Is that with your I mean you're orcish. Is that with your strength mods and everything like that? Is that how you got to 10 points of damage?
Let's see here.
Like D8 plus 2.
Yeah, I think just for being like a second level elf, I get somehow I already start off with a +3 to hit and a +2 damage.
The +3 to hit would be mostly because of your elven nature, and then your strength mods would be boosting that as well.
Right. So I've got +1 mod and strength mod.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And how is this thing big enough that I can like shoot at the back of it while everyone else is engaged with the front of it?
If you got around the side of it, sure.
Okay. So Ridian's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then shoot at its tail. And
Do you guys see this?
See what?
See what's being displayed on the map? Hang on, I'll check what.
Yeah, I see the. I see the guy.
The 20 feet. No.
20 feet? I don't see anything like that.
Okay, so if you click on the token and push the space bar, you can see like its path of movement. That's a miss, Nils. You need AC 16.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it takes the last place it stopped and then.
Oh, whoa, that's cool.
And what you can do also is you can select the token and hold down the space bar and move it. Let's see. Hold down the space bar, select the token, and then move it. You're supposed to be able to see the waypoints.
Okay.
Not sure
I'm done then.
Supposed to work. Okay.
And it's got the little buttons too. It's got the little. Oh, that's what those do.
Yeah, it's like some kind of waypoint or something, right? That you can then. But I'm not seeing it perfectly on my side. In any case, it doesn't really matter. Just that cool roll 20 trick, I guess. Hammy and Gerda.
Can't cast spells, so I'm gonna have to shoot. Gerda's gonna fire her bow with a regular arrow, not the snake arrow.
Okay, and you can probably get around the. You'd probably need to get around the side, unless you want to shoot through that melee.
No, I mean I didn't know how big this thing was.
It's about the size of a small horse.
So yeah, I probably want to do that. Oops. Or can I get this far? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 11.
That looks like a miss.
I don't like that. That's not nice.
Apparently, only our clerical spells are doing well today.
Hammy's working his way around and taking his shot.
Hmm.
He has a +1. Ooh, 18.
I don't hit. How much damage do you do?
Well, that's a crossbow.
6 or D6.
Thank you.
It's from behind, so it's backstab, right?
4 points. Go, Hammy. Go, Hammy.
Okay. I think it's my turn, right?
I believe so.
No, we get 2 turns.
So this thing throws back its head and howls, and then it lashes down to chomp at Garrett's head.
Of course,
It goes that
I knew that was coming.
And it hits.
Oh,
a critical.
Oh, fuck.
Hunk.
You're hitting level 3.
Monster criticals.
Yeah, I have a whole chart of those back when I was doing the 0 level. It's not fun.
Let's see.
They're actually not quite as big as the warrior crit tables, but they're bad.
Okay, we call it DRD12. So it goes down to bite your head, and it does bite your head. The bottom part of it catches its jaw in the bottom part of your jaw. Are you wearing a helmet?
No.
Okay. So the top part of its jaw skids off the top of your skull, and you take.
Could I lose my shield to not take the crit?
Oh, you wanna do
Shield
A
break.
sundered shield thing? A shield break?
you wanna do. Yeah, you could sacrifice your shield to have.
I will sacrifice my shield.
Shields are sundered, so you bring your shield up just at the last moment. But because this was a crit,
Yeah.
the back edge of the shield smacks you right in the mouth, and you spit out 8 teeth.
Oh!
So most of your front teeth have been knocked out, but you don't take any damage, but you don't have a shield.
I will buy that trade.
Okay, an initiative check, please, gentlemen. Let's see. Beat a. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we do that, is anyone casting a spell?
I am.
Yeah, I might as well. I think this is gonna be pretty tough.
Garrett is not casting a spell.
Aaron, would you change your dice?
Let's see. I think it was Radian and Garrett casting. Is that right?
Yes.
I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, just those two. Ericor is a pretty hefty fighter. I don't think we can do without him to cast a spell.
Well, I mean, it's on. You can always choose not to cast a spell. It's just about if he's going to, declaring it before the initiative, I guess.
Right. But and you can't cast and attack. I assume.
Correct, but you could, when it was your initiative, you could choose which to do, basically.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and claim a call a spell for both.
But if you're interrupted, let's see. How should I do that? I think that if you're casting, you're not attacking. I think that's the right thing to do.
Because you're concentrating on.
Right. Okay. So all right. So Aerocor will not cast.
Okay, hang on. Let me help my wife with something and beat a 14.
Well, Ethan won last time, so he rolls again, right?
Works for me because I missed.
Nice.
So Nils, what are you casting?
I don't know.
I'm casting paralysis.
Something.
That's our best bet.
Let me look here.
And before we started, I cast Stinging Stone and was able to turn 3 of my arrows into snake arrows. Very Tulsa Doom.
Cool.
Yeah, those will last for 5 days.
I guess I'm going to cast Sleep because otherwise the only other really offensive spell that I have is Chill Touch, which is cool, but it gives me bonuses to attack later.
Mm.
And you have to spell burn for that sucker, don't you?
Yeah, you have to burn at least one, which at this point Radiant doesn't care about. I mean, that's pretty standard. But
Clearly.
the fact that it takes basically it's a 2-stage attack, kind of takes him out of being useful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's just going to try to do a sleep and hopefully one of our spells are going
very, very good at sleeping people.
Yeah, I've gotten lucky.
You have. You've been rather successful.
Oh, you guys won. Look at that. Holy smokes.
I know. My initiative rolls are on fire. Everything else is pretty crappy for my fighting, but initiative's going well.
Okay. Yeah, so I love the critical hit where you got to save your bacon there with this.
As soon as I heard his jaw was going around my head, I went.
He went, this is
How do I get out of this?
Yeah, so and the creature just grabs the shield and like shakes it and like chomps it into bits and like it's coming back at you.
Yeah.
We're hoping not.
Horace is giving Garrett the approving look of "you did the right thing, buddy."
Okay, go ahead. You guys are up. What's happening?
I'm casting paralysis.
Doing stuff.
Paralysis. Okay, go ahead and make your spell check.
12. I don't think that's enough to do anything.
Is it a point of disapproval or?
No, it goes off, but.
Well, we get into my cleric spells here. I got Restore Vitality. Oh, I don't have that one.
Which one did you use? Paralysis?
Paralysis. There it is.
It goes off.
The cleric's hands and melee weapons are charged with the energy of paralysis. The cleric must make a normal attack in his next round. If it succeeds, he causes normal damage, and her enemy must make a will or be paralyzed.
Got you. So you've essentially charged yourself with this paralytic ability. Is that right?
Correct. And then I use my non-combat action to move towards the creature.
Okay.
That was my spell casting.
Why don't you go with Hammy too, so you can be done?
Ooh.
I would try and sleep him, but.
Well, right. I'm just thinking right. And I don't expect we're going to kill him off right away, but Radiant wants to do the last thing because there is such a greater detriment if he fails his roll with a -3.
Right.
Fair enough.
So I want to see what everyone else does first before he goes.
All right. Well, Hammy's coming up behind this thing and pulling out short swords. So rolling D16s for that, right? With a plus nothing. And he got a 12 and a 16.
The 16 hits, just barely. Like comes the first one skids off one of the spiny back plates, but the second finds a little bit of purchase.
Just a bit.
16's a
2
crit,
points.
isn't it? I think the 16's a crit.
It is.
Oh, you're right.
Thank you.
Yay!
Well, I've done 2 points.
I always forget when dual wielding. So
Yeah, you crit on 16s, or it's only halflings that get the crit on the 16, right?
right, unless you have extremely high agility.
Way to go, Hammy.
Yeah, he's gonna kick some butt.
No, I think for a warrior, it has to get down into the lower crit range to be able to pick it up on the dual wielding. Because it's only the nat 20 that usually, or it's the crit range that gives it to you. And the halflings just have a special crit range when dual wielding of 16.
Right, because they have to roll a d16 with the dual wielding, they can at least crit on the 16.
Right. But what I'm saying is that other classes don't get that crit on a 16 when dual wielding. That's the clarification that I'm making.
Yeah.
Well, hobbits are small. All right, so they're going for your scrotum is what it is. I have a crit die d10 written down.
Okay. Do you know what table?
You actually believe that?
No, I don't have the crit table written down.
I can tell you. What level are you?
I'm a level 3 halfling.
D10 crit table 3.
Which makes me a 1 and a halfling.
1 and a halfling. Okay, crit table 3, and you threw a 9?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. So a warrior who has a high agility can crit, but he doesn't automatically hit with the crit. Automatically hits with the crit.
Right. Well, I mean, even with the 16 and the warrior's D dice getting thrown in there, plus his strength and all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's probably gonna push
that's why halflings are good.
16 into the crit range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hammy rolled a 9 on table 3.
So you come skidding off the back haunch of this giant lizard, and and you slam your short sword down across the inside of its dog-legged knee, and it just buckles. And the whole backside of it comes collapsing down. You do an additional 2d6 points of damage.
Oh, wow.
On top of what you would have done already. I think it's 3d6 that you've done totally.
Oh, okay.
See, Radiant's body weighted.
Wait a minute. Woohoo!
10 points. Okay.
Total of 12. 2 from the earlier roll. I'm loving this. I'm loving the halfling. It's the mustache. It makes him mean.
Sorry. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I want that. And it goes down, and it's like twitches a few times, and just gore and ichor is, maybe it was the shock that killed it.
I can't believe a halfling just killed me.
Let's see, who hasn't acted? Who has not acted?
Everyone else.
Yeah.
Just Gerda and Hammy?
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else make a reflex check, DC 15. Use your check penalties for your...
What's spewing out?
Check penalties for your armor.
I thought it smelled bad on the outside.
Horace. Oh, Horace just absolutely died.
What was the check penalty? 15?
DC 15 with your check penalty for any armor.
Radiant makes it.
Yeah, they both failed horribly. I just rolled 2 1s in a row.
I think it landed on you.
Get it out now. Yeah, our core doesn't make it.
Okay. Who made it? Our Ridian?
Ridian.
And that's it? Okay. Let's see here.
Crazy chaos wizard.
Shredney Vestar.
Let's see.
Shredney Vestar. Shredney.
There's that character in One Flew of the Cuckoo's Nest who just continually said, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, fuck them all, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, fuck them all. You're all like him. I like that.
Let's see.
I hope we get some treasure.
There's no treasure in DCC.
I said, we're adventure-rich, cash poor.
That seems to be a theme.
Nils, you can see another one of these creatures comes hauling ass off from the west here.
Oh, shit.
And it comes barreling down on you. You still have your action that you didn't consume in that last initiative, and you can make a luck check to see if you can do whatever it was you were going to do.
Oh, so I won't even try then. All right. Hold on.
You can roll one.
No, you don't have to try. I mean, that's fine.
I can just go ahead and die. That's fine.
Roll the one.
Oh, that works.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, that works for me.
Is it 6 or 7?
Well,
what is your luck?
Well, I'm at a -1, so I rolled a 7 plus 1. Oh, my luck would be an 8, but my luck is 8, so I still make
Okay, yeah, it's not. It's just flat dice. So for luck, there's no mods. It's just flat dice.
So I rolled a
You're
7.
just trying to roll under your current luck. Your luck score or lower is what you're trying to roll.
Which I did.
So you make it. So you see this thing come running at you as you turn around, and this is kind of like almost simultaneous.
Mhm.
You can have your
Action.
have one action.
So I can cast my sleep spell that I had readied.
Yes.
Or you can run.
I can run. I've run before, but that just confused everybody. So I don't think I'm going to try that again.
Uh-huh.
Well, you do it screaming and babbling. It's very difficult to understand.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to cast my sleep spell. I have a feeling that we're not going to get so lucky as we did last time.
I think you're right.
Don't
And just a second, let me check my stats. See about spell burning. Okay, I'm at max stats, so I will do a spell burn of 2. And
Ooh, spell burn.
all right, I'll take a roll on the chart. So if somebody wants to get the spell burn chart out for me,
I'm looking for it right now.
And
I can hear you salivating from here, Aaron.
D24, please. $20. Oh, not good. So you rend your cheeks, slashing them with your dagger or your sword, and the blood's just streaming down your face. So now you have these terrible facial scars.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can't see him through all the hair.
That's right.
It balances out nicely.
Okay, so now, and I'm going to be a net -1, right?
I guess so. I didn't follow your calculations.
Well, we're -3 for casting, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then plus 2 spell burn.
Right, but you're at level
1 plus your level
but you
plus
have
your
your level.
intelligence.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't look like it goes off.
What
And is that 1 -1 that?
do you need it 1?
At least 12.
Do you need
You
1?
needed one more.
Oh yeah, I do.
I'll burn a luck.
Okay.
Are you going to burn the luck off a hammy?
I will burn a luck.
Bring it up to a 12.
Yes, I will. Actually, it'll be a 14.
Uh,
Oh, 13. 13.
hammy gives
Plus
you 2, right? Yeah.
Even better. I guess it's not that much different than at 11 or 12, 13.
It's the same as a 12.
Losing it.
Yeah.
So I don't have the book in front of me. What is it?
Oh, for sleep? Hold on.
I keep switching where I play, and so I never have the book with me when I'm.
It's a level 1.
Yeah.
You should make a soft copy of your grimoire and put it on like your Google Drive or something.
Well, that's a good idea. I think I do have that because I rolled. That's how I got it.
So one target within range makes it save or falls asleep for 1d6 turns.
And it's a will save.
Right. So you have to make
will
it
save.
be to 13, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my will mod is +2. Ooh. So he comes running at you, and you're like, no! And you cast this spell, and he comes, he just collapses at a dead run and like skids up towards you. This pile of gravel and dirt, sort of showering your feet.
Right.
It's also a normal sleep, so.
Right. So
how long does it last? Is there any mercurial?
1d6 turns. Yeah. So the duration is 1d6 turns.
Any mercurial for you on this spell, Nils?
I get hairier.
Oh, even hairier.
Now you really can't see those scars.
Right. Yeah. Unless there's something to sop up the cheek blood.
Oh man, this is.
In my experience, it actually just makes it more painful. But
that too. Yeah, because I'm sure you've had your hair suddenly grow after ritually scarring your face.
Of course,
he's a LARPer.
But none of the hair on these. No hair now grows on these weeping scars that you now have on your face.
Oh, cool! So all I have to do to stop this hairy growth thing is just scar my whole body.
There you go.
So we have to be very careful how we kill this thing because as soon as we're going to stab it, it's going to wake up. We got to do it quick.
Roll a d6 to see how long it's asleep.
Good idea. Was this rounds or turns?
Turns.
Years.
Shoot, we got 20 minutes. We can just like walk.
Set up to just shanka.
We could do that. I mean, how far can we get in 20 minutes? And we could just leave it and.
Well, I know we were about to camp right about here.
I don't think we're going to camp here with 2 giant corpses for other monsters to come be attracted by.
I mean, 20 minutes is a third of a square.
Good point. Okay, so let's everyone get their stabby parts out and pick apart, and everyone stab it at once, I guess.
There we go. Very, Murder on the Orient Express. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody go ahead and make your attack rolls. I'll give you a die shift.
Nice.
Ooh.
For damage or for hitting or both?
For hitting.
Okay, so we still have to roll the hit.
The only reason you still need to roll the hit is because it is got this thick
you might not hit anything.
Leathery skin, right?
Horace is going to take his sword and with a mighty blow just slice the neck off.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Hammy doesn't get a D24. He gets a D20.
Oh, that's true.
It's on a 22.
Okay.
Completely misses. Wow. Hardcore net criticals with a 24.
Oh my good lord.
And Horace does 7 points of damage with his blow. And his mighty deed went off.
So you struck the neck, but it was glancing. So you only did those 7 points.
I did a 13 and a 4.
Just the 7.
A 13 and a 4 to hit. Those both skid off the thick leathery skin. You can't quite get at those tender chicken legs that you smashed earlier because they're all curled up underneath this thing.
It's like it learned. They're adapting. Clever gal.
So I rolled a 27 to hit, but I get 3 points damage.
Nice. What's your crit?
Let's see here.
Hope we kill it instantly.
Crit die 8, table 2.
table 2.
So
Any luck modifier?
any what?
Any luck modifiers for you?
1. So I guess it's
So
an 8.
push it up to an 8.
That's promising.
You strike. You're with the spear, right? And you strike down towards its head, trying to pierce its thick cranium skull, and you hit the eye, and you pluck out one of its eyes. But all this weeping and wailing on this thing
wakes it up.
Wakes him up.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping you were going to say attracts another one.
So let's
encourage him, Nils.
He tries to bite at low for Garrett. Oh, Garrett. And then he lashes out with a claw at the
Oh, that's right. Garrett didn't swing yet. Oops.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. This will be simultaneous because everybody else was like wailing on it. Thump, 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 thump. Stab, stab, squish, squitch.
You're a thump, and Garrett tries to smack him back.
Roll a 20. That would be good. Not you, Aaron.
You get
How much damage did I take?
What's that? I'm waiting for Garrett's attack roll.
Oh, you remember roll a D24.
And Garrett misses completely.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
that's a good luck roll though.
The bite at he's prone, so he's going to take a die shift down. But this bite's coming at Garrett for AC 17. Does it hit?
Against Garrett, no, it's going to miss.
What's his AC?
16?
Yeah, he hit AC 17.
Oh, 17? Okay. Hang on. Y'all are breaking up like crazy over here.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, man. Do you want to quit the hangout and rejoin?
Let me try that.
Okay, I'll reset. I'll post the link again into the Roll20.
We didn't officially say it, but can we assume that we salvaged our rope because I wouldn't have left it there?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you would have salvaged your rope.
You got this weird fishy ogre guy. What am I going to do with him? Green wash.
Paint gills on him?
Well, he's got little fins on the backs of his calves and on his forearms. He's got sort of a slightly fishy face. Looks like he's got gills. And he's got, looks like some kind of tangled seaweed hanging from him. Ethan's back.
Hey, Ethan, any better?
That didn't help. All right. All right. I'm gonna.
We can do it in the chat if you want.
There's something else I can do.
Okay.
Go ahead. You hit Garrett. Garrett has an AC 16, so you would have hit him.
Okay, and he does 5 points of damage. And then the claw towards Arcor hits AC 12.
No.
Okay, and now the giant lizard pushes itself up onto its forelegs. It's no longer prone. Anybody casting before we roll an initiative?
Yes.
Oh, doesn't Gerda still have paralysis, paralytic touch, or something?
Well, her blade has paralysis, and if it hits, it'll have to make a save.
Okay.
Right. Didn't she hit it?
No, she missed.
Oh, okay.
Hammy hit it. No, excuse me. Hammy missed too. All my attacks are misses.
Okay, so Garrett is casting, correct? Anybody else casting?
No.
Okay. All righty. Who wants to throw initiative? Beat a... Oh, man. Beat a 3.
Ethan's initiative rolls have been pretty good. I defer to him.
Okay, he just stepped away for a minute.
Oh, I think Nils should try. Yeah! Leaving no doubt.
Neener, I think is the proper term. So while I'm on a roll for good rolls, I'm going to, Aracor is going to attack with a spear.
Poke its other eye out.
Needs a 15, right? Just barely missed.
You need to hit AC 16.
16, okay, completely missed. Or not completely, but mostly missed. And Ridian's going to give it a try. Staying mostly away from the pointy bits. Of course, this wouldn't be a problem if he still had his rune sword.
Okay.
He's not bitter about that at all.
Back.
Amen. You guys won the initiative. The attacks are just going around.
Sweet.
And the giant lizard hasn't acted yet.
And the lizard hit Garrett for 5 last time, right?
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead and throw out your attacks, guys. AC 16. I'll be right back with you.
Say it again.
Let's get Hammy.
Horace. Hey, look at that. 21.
No, I fumbled. No, I didn't. I have to fumble both.
That's right.
Okay, so Hammy failed terribly.
Flinging him.
Gerda's going to cast a spell. So he should probably wait until he gets back.
Horace did 8 points. Does 8 points of damage. When he comes back. And then Garrett. This is spectacularly.
Hey.
Okay, so Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I rolled the lowest paralysis success. And it says the cleric's hands and melee weapons charged energy paralysis must make normal attack next round. Succeeds, causes normal damage, and his enemy must make a save or be paralyzed. Paralyzed creature unable to move, blah, 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 for however long. At the next level up, it says that the charge remains for 1d4 plus cleric level rounds. So I'm assuming that my first casting is gone now.
Yeah, because you tried to attack and you missed. It was your next attack, and so whatever holy energies were imbued there in your sword kind of dissipated, I guess.
Right, but I was saying that's how I read the major difference between the success levels.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cast that again.
Horace did 8 points of damage.
Oh, 8 points.
8 points. Yeah.
Yeah, his dude guy's helping him out quite a bit.
I'm trying to figure out a way of getting this to you.
Okay, that kills him.
Yay!
What happened, Horace, with your killing blow?
Well, last time he tried to cut through the neck, and it kind of glanced off. This time he actually got it nice and wedged in there and just finished it off.
Oh, did you get your deed die to go off?
I did.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Back to the map.
Same as before, I think we should chop off the tails because they're good eating.
Oh, this thing
doesn't look yummy like a crocodile.
This thing looks like it's poisonous. Just gonna throw it out there.
It doesn't look edible.
All right, we won't do that.
I think the crocodile, yes, was a little more edible. I mean, in terms of being familiar and palatable, you know, to the human gullet. This thing, you're not. Garrett is not entirely sure. You know, this is some weird reptilian creature that crawled out of the earth.
I've just gotten to the point with keeping track of my arrows, my oil,
food.
And my food. I try to pay attention to where I can get more.
What did I need food. Warrior needs food badly.
I missed that game.
Should I assume you guys are continuing with your travel?
Yes.
I think, yeah, we're definitely close to the point where I think we need to camp just because of distance, right?
Yeah. It's now coming on 7 o'clock.
And so while it doesn't get dark, we're getting tired.
Yeah, you're getting tired. But, you know, you can certainly continue to press on.
I do think we should press on at least to the edge of the plateau so we have a little height and can see around us. So that would...
Let's see, this takes you another 2 hours to get to there.
I was just say, so I was thinking about 9-ish.
Yeah, that's right at 9, coming on the 9 o'clock hour. And
we can set up our camp there.
Peter, make a... oh, shoot. Yeah, you guys kind of crest up to the plateau here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
And...
Oh,
don't do this to us. What is this?
And again, you see how many of these creatures come at you this time.
oh, good Lord.
Another mated pair of these lizards come darting at you.
Well, this time Horace is ready.
See, the first one was 40 feet away from you, and the second one was 20 feet away, very close. And let's see, the closest one is going to be at the 6 o'clock, and the furthest is going to be at the 2 o'clock. It's a good thing I still have these tokens out.
Yeah, that's great.
You guys want to go for your loose marching order, which was Horus.
Is that a beholder in front of it?
A beholder.
There's a little round
That's
thing. A net.
Oh, it was a net for that it got knocked down or slept.
Okay, that's fine.
Slept,
it just looked like a little beholder. That's all.
I don't want to deal with a beholder right now, please.
No, that's all
yeah.
right.
You guys can just put yourself into a rough marching order while I figure out the rest of the stats here.
Yeah, make sure
Looks
these
like
are
they
very
don't
weakened
actually-
and injured, and they haven't eaten for months, so they're really just about ready to pass out dead.
It looks like I do not have control over Garrett right now.
Oh, I'll fix that.
Cool.
Is Hammy there at the back? Where's the front? Is the front south?
The front would be east. You guys are traveling easterly.
So front to the right. Okay.
here.
Mills, you want to go there in the center next to Gerda?
Mills is on mute.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Away. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just asking how, if you guys, I'm trying to figure out. We got lucky in the last two. I don't know how we're going to survive two of them at once.
Hope to be lucky again.
Yeah.
Well, remember, we have
That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
We have 2 clerics, so.
Yeah, if they don't die first.
We got healing
Well,
mushrooms.
that's why they're actually going to stay behind the warrior.
Do you guys still have any of those mushrooms left? I thought you fed
Yeah.
them to the.
No, I've got one
think we
left on Hammy and one left on Gerda. Everybody else, we ate all the rest, but I have one on each of my characters left.
Oh, great. So these lizards are split up now. Fantastic.
Right. So
Horse is going to go up with one to the
they
north.
surprise you, and they're going to win. They're going to win an initiative round, and then we'll dice for the next initiative round. This one comes charging at Horus
That's good.
because he's in the front.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
what I
this
want to do
one
engage.
has a multitude of targets. One,
There's
two,
some things
three,
behind her you should probably check out too.
6.
Further away from us.
Yeah, there's a loud noise coming from back there.
There's 6. So we'll start with Hammy as being 1.
Fuck. That's not helpful, Aaron. That's not helpful at all.
Don't hate the dice.
Hate the GM.
Okay, so let's see. The first attacks against Horus. The bite. Ow. AC 10.
Nope.
The claw. AC 6. Okay, against Hammy. The bite.
I liked your other rolls
Ouch.
better.
AC, I think that's going to be a hit.
I have an AC 15.
That's AC, that hits AC 19.
Oh, okay.
And then the claw goes towards randomly.
Well,
The claw's
right
going to go
there.
towards Gerda.
Yeah, she's right next to him.
AC
Oh,
fumble.
Oh!
All right, here's the bite.
The fumble doesn't block the bite.
No, because they're 2 separate actions.
Doesn't like suck on the
Hammy
stomach.
says, "Ouch."
5 points for Hammy, and the fumble is. What's my fumble die? Oh, it's a monster thing.
We wouldn't understand.
Nope.
I'm glad you amuse yourself, Peter.
I have to amuse somebody. I certainly don't amuse my students.
I don't know.
Well, I amuse the smart ones.
All right, I'm going to just roll a D. I roll a D6. 1 to 2, it's a D6. 3 to 4, it's a D8. 5 to 6, it's a D10. So it's a D6. So he gets a 5. So he comes running up and he stumbles and skids to the ground and is like snaking its way towards you. And that's when it slashes out and snaps at Hammy, doing 5 points of damage. So he is prone now. So any attacks against him will get a die shift up.
Nice.
And he'll have to spend an action getting up.
Well,
now it is true initiative. Anybody want to cast a spell?
Yep.
Is that Ridian to cast? I like Tiny Horse up there in the front.
I think I have to do some hacking.
Tiny Horse is going to try and do some hacking.
Okay.
So they got a free hack on us. We didn't get a,
yeah. Oh
crap.
2.
Oh, Ethan, you've done it before.
Hush.
What's your agility mod?
There's not going to be an agility mod.
I gotta rely on that halfling.
Do you want? I think we should do it.
Mod. That's why you were rolling. Yeah, I'll burn a luck to
1 point of luck to get to simultaneous.
Fuck, I'll burn 2.
2 points to go first.
We'll go first.
Okay.
Well,
just because I rolled a 20. Because I rolled a 20.
Because you rolled a 20. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right. Well, Niels, do you want to cast first, or do you want us to do our hacking before you?
Go do your hacking, because we got 2 of them. If we can take one down, I can cast on the other one.
All right.
Good point.
Well, Hammy's pissed. Fucking thing's bidding. A 19 and an 11.
Oh, you get the die shift up because
Correct.
Because
Correct.
of the prone. That's good remembering, Peter. I had forgotten about that. I was like,
I just got bid. I'm going to take every advantage I can get. So unfortunately, the 11 missed. And
the
I'm
11 will miss, but
the
the
19 is a
that is a
crit.
crit. Yep, that is a crit.
Hammy, I could kiss you, but you have a mustache. All right, so his crit die is.
I think you're D10.
And
Table 3.
Table 3, correct.
So,
and do you have a luck modifier?
Heck yeah.
after all that,
Wait, no, I'm at a 12 right now, so I probably don't. No.
I think that's even. What's your question, Nils?
That's
I was gonna say, after all that burning, he still has a luck modifier. That was my question.
No, because I'm down to a 12.
Okay, you smash its snout in an explosion of blood, inflicting an additional D6 damage,
Nice.
and the creature loses its sense of smell permanently. So I think you're going to do 2d6 to it. Ooh.
No, not very good. But it was dramatic.
It was hugely dramatic.
Okay, so Gert is going to try and hit it with a D24.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby!
go ahead and roll your
Let's
damage.
do this right, though. I got to face it. Too bad it's not the paralysis blade anymore.
Yeah, too bad it's not a 20 because you could have critted on that, right?
Oh, that would have been nice.
I think canonically it says that you can only crit when you roll at the top of the die type, but I think a 20 should always still be a crit.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Because the shift then gives you more chances to crit.
Well, I think that's why they say, I don't know, I have to give that some thought, but.
She'll give you more chances to hit, but not actually crit.
Right.
Sorry for getting lost here. It's a D8 damage. Oh, man. I'm hitting. I'm not connecting. Sorry, guys.
All right.
It's like this thick, this thick, scaly hide. It just virtually impenetrable to you. Gotta get at those legs, Hammy.
Or it's going to try and hit the lizard in front of him.
Okay. Need Mighty Deed.
Mighty Deed.
He's gonna
knock its head off.
He is gonna try for that headlock again. Well, the
deed doesn't go off, but it looks like you do hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
4 points.
We're tired, guys. We're tired. We need to camp.
Well, we are tired.
Literally.
Was that Horus?
Arcor, Horus, Arcor, Garrett, and Ridian.
Okay.
Garrett
Very good.
will also. I don't think I have control of Garrett, but he'll step up and go after the same.
I'm sorry. I keep goofing this for you.
It's okay.
Should be fine now.
Yeah. Garrett's gonna go ahead and attack the down or the easier to hit one over here.
Oh, the prone.
Yeah.
Creature. Okay.
So it's D24, right?
Correct.
Here we go. No. Swing, bada.
We're still waiting for the result to post, right?
I rolled 3
Oh,
plus
you
1
rolled
is
the
4.
4. I'm sorry. I see 2 4s
That's
there.
okay.
That's what got me confused.
Yeah.
So who's facing off with the other one? That's Garrett or Horus?
Horus is single-handedly holding down the fort.
He's the warrior.
Yeah, he likes
I'm trying to
that.
decide if Arcor should go also fight the other one because he's try to take that one out because he's get a better chance while he's down. But then that's good, leaves Garrett or Horus on his own.
But Horus likes that. That's his thing.
That's true. All right, I'll come over here.
I'll go with my
You
friend.
just see him. I've got it, boys.
It really is what he does.
So hit with a 17.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Yeah.
Palpable hit. And I believe it's a D8 plus 2.
Do you have a strength mod for +2?
I have a strength pot of 1 and I think 1 for being an elf. Or something like that.
Elf, you don't get a damage mod, you just get a to hit mod.
Well, the sheet itself is calculating a +2. What's the to hit mod?
For level 3 elf or level 2 elf?
2.
Should be +1.
So I don't know how I'm getting a extra bonus out of that then.
That extra strength mod that you got, what does that put your strength to?
+1.
Okay.
Okay. Well, all right. So I'll just be a +1 then.
You should be.
Plus
But go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really like the +2, just for the record.
Might be a lucky weapon thing.
No, that wasn't there. That wasn't what his lucky weapon was.
Okay.
I'll look at your character sheet later, Nils, and see if I can't figure it out.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, you guys. You're like on your last legs here. 2 points of damage.
So Hammy's 2 is the best roll we've had between us.
Horus
In
has
terms-
4. Oh, in terms of die, yeah.
Okay. So Ridian's going to cast. He'll cast on the other one since it's not been damaged so much.
Mhm.
And poor Horus is, that one. Let me quickly look at his stats, see what he can survive.
Oh, it's all right.
Okay, so all right. So he's going to burn 3 points.
Oh
Oh,
my
Spellburn. Spellburn.
Um,
Spellburn.
1, 2, 3.
Ridian's going to be resting for a long time.
And he's tired of this hair. He's going to just like yank his hair on his head out by the roots.
Oh, okay. He starts yanking fistfuls of hair out of his head, beard.
And jumping around and shrieking and so there you go.
Okay.
So this
It's entertaining, if nothing else.
exactly.
Mhm.
This better bloody well work. So overall, between the negative and the bad day and the spell burn, it's going to be a net 0.
+5,
Well, don't
right?
forget your level.
Well,
Yeah,
right,
level
the standard stuff, but I'm talking about just the
Right.
Oh, yeah.
extra.
Yeah, the
modifiers.
spellburn cancels out that month or that day stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
Fuck.
We really are tired.
Yeah.
We're going to be eaten by lizards.
Well, I know we're burning through Hammy, but if we can get 2, if I can get 2 points, I can be successful and we can put one of them down for like at least 10 minutes.
Deal.
I mean,
I'll give
if
you a
want
lot.
to. I'm not concerned with Horus taking a crap ton of damage right now.
Right.
No,
'Cause
I'll
he
burn
has
the luck.
36 hit points.
Right. So what I mean is I need 2 of your luck, Hammy.
I'll burn 2 luck.
Okay.
That puts me to luck of 10.
Like you're still more luckier than Ridian.
Yeah, I'm still luckier than Gerda, so.
And that one sleeps for 50 minutes. Oh, yeah.
But I get a will save, right?
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, he gets a will save.
Oh, damn it. All right.
Then stop this.
Damn, Gene, remembering things.
Oh,
All right, fine.
yeah,
All right.
Crap. God damn it. This is not our round.
That didn't use Hammy's luck then because he succeeded, right?
Mm.
Okay, fine.
Nice try.
Mercurial for that? Oh, you get Harrier.
Yeah, which, it kind of nets out.
It's just a little shorter in some spots. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
I think that was it for the turn.
That's everyone.
Okay, so we'll start with the one over here with the majority of the party.
Wait, you won. Wait, you won the initiative, right?
No, we won.
We did.
That burned luck.
Because I rolled at 20.
All right.
He burns an action to stand up and then uses his second action to attack one of the many party members, starting with Hammy as a 1. He gets to 5, which looks like Arcor. And he lashes out with one of his rear legs, clawing at you for AC 6. That's a miss. Now back against Horus. The bite is AC 15.
That's going to miss.
Okay, and the claw.
That claw chooses.
Is a miss. Yes. Okay, new initiative. Anyone casting?
I am.
Horse is fine.
Has anybody taken damage? Like a lot of damage right now?
No, I took 5 of 16, so I'm hurting, but I'm not bad.
Oh, Hammy's taking.
I mean, I can heal if we need to.
Right. No, I think we need to. Oh, wait, the one in front of us is asleep, isn't it?
No,
it's not. It's
that was.
Oh, that's right. It's saved. Sorry.
That was.
Yeah, I am casting.
Okay. Yeah, that was a prone marker.
Let me just check Ridian one more time to see if there's. Okay. Yeah. Well. Sorry, I keep clicking the wrong tab. Here we go. I need to run downstairs and get my books. Yeah, no, Ridian's not going to cast, but actually Ericor will. We'll give that.
Okay, beat a 8.
Okay.
You failed last time, right?
No.
Oh, that's right. You keep winning. That's right. Never mind. There we go.
Okay, that's enough. You guys are up.
All right.
Or he's going to whack this thing. Unless Ericor wants to pop off his spell first.
Yeah, let's do that. He's going to cast. He's not going to do any spell burn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably not going to do well, but he's going to cast his Choking Cloud. And hopefully it's not choking so much that it's going to affect the party.
Hopefully you don't choke.
Exactly, that too. Here you go.
Just a flat roll, no spell burn. Okay.
Right. But the minus on it.
With the neg.
Oh,
shit balls. That looks like corruption.
No, it goes well with my orkiness.
Hold on a second.
This is just not our fight.
Hold on a second. How's that? Well, it's still negative. It's still bad, but how's a -3 from a 2 a -2?
Well, at the very least, it's -1, right?
Right, yeah. 2.
Yeah.
What's that?
All right.
It's -1. It's not, it shouldn't be -2. The math is wrong on this.
Right. And maybe because I put it in. Oh no, because it was 4.
It might have skipped 0.
Oh. Armor check penalty. -3.
Oh, check penalty for the spell.
It's a -2.
Yeah.
So it's a +4 -6.
Got it.
Do you have a we won't know the mercurial effect on this yet because it wasn't successful. But
I've never had corruption before. So how does this work?
well, let's figure it out. I'm just looking up the spells.
Yeah, each spell is unique.
Choking Cloud.
Yeah.
Choking Cloud. Loss, failure, and worse. Roll a d6 modified by luck.
Okay, that's good at least. Oops. Okay, +1.
Oh, that was lucky. So it's just a misfire. You don't pick up any corruption.
Okay.
Nice.
But it's still
Misfire
lost.
could be good or bad, though. Yes, it's
So a misfire, roll a d4. 4. You successfully create the cloud, but it's entirely useless, serving only to create a vague, misty cloud that has no other impact. So, lucky result for you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's beat the guy.
Okay, well, let me try to paralyze him.
Are you casting Paralyze, Peter?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Nope.
Ooh, that's going to be disfavor, possibly. How many points of disapproval do you have?
I am now at 3.
Now you're at 3.
Yes.
Okay. No.
Besides, that's a 5.
That's true. It is a 5 with the +2. I guess it's on to the sword swingers, or
Yeah.
the Enridian that was not casting this round, I believe.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, you boys want to do
And
your
this is the
sword
top
swing?
of the round, right? So just a quick, let's finish your phase. Why don't you guys go ahead and throw out your attacks, and then we'll do a time check.
Okay.
Ready misses.
And Nils, I'm at a +5
Oh, okay.
with personality and level. So yeah, I only have a +2 because of the day.
Okay.
16 or 15 for Horus. I don't know if that hits.
AC 16.
Okay, that's gonna be a miss.
Want to burn a point of luck?
No.
Okay.
I'm already at 4 luck.
Anyone else? Garrett or
Garrett's swinging.
Hammy?
Jesus. Nope, nothing for Garrett.
Nothing from Hammy.
Oh man, whiff. Okay, so
Well, he can only hit if he crits.
that's true. He can only hit if he crits.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, does he get any attack mods? He should have some mods to his attack roll, right? Like a plus something.
Well, not for strength. He has a +1 to his agility. So for shooting.
No,
But
he has a +1 to hit, or +2 to hit because he's a halfling.
Oh, really?
Level 3 halfling.
Oh, I
is
see. Attack +2. Yeah.
+2. Yeah. So
So I rolled a
to-
7 and 4.
you have to roll way up. So 2 misses. So time check. We can pause the game right here. I'll just take some notes on the screen, or we can finish up the combat.
I'd like to finish the combat personally. I'm gonna be up for the next 2 hours anyway. But
Well, I won't be, but I would like to try to finish the combat without dying.
Okay. So here
Yeah,
comes.
we'll only finish the combat if you tell us now that we won't die.
Okay. I'll tell you that some of you won't die.
if Garrett survives this, he'll be able to hit level 3, so he'll be happy.
Coming back at you. We'll start with this one. Let's see. The bite's going to be randomized amongst the top 3 of you. Oh, the first 2 of you. Sorry, Peter. Its head's closer to you guys. So it's going at Gerda, and it hits armor class.
Oh!
And then the claw goes at the entire party. at Arcor
Oh,
and
goodness.
hits armor class 11. I think that's a miss.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Is it too late to decide we want to pause here?
And let's see. The critical with the monster is.
Do you have a shield on Gerda?
Yes, I do.
Here's the damage from the bite, 8.
Ow.
And then plus the crit is a 7. Same thing happens to you, Gerda. Bite comes descending at your head, and it's looking fearsome. You can sunder your shield if you want to sacrifice your shield.
Yeah, I think it's time to sacrifice my shield.
Okay, but it smashes into your mouth, and you lose 5 teeth. You can
That's
pick which
awful.
5.
But I didn't take the 8 points of damage.
You didn't take the 2d8 points of damage. You would have taken, yeah.
Okay, my AC.
You would have taken 8 plus 5.
But my AC drops by 2 as well.
For losing your shield. Did you have a medium shield?
Yes.
Yeah. So your AC does drop by 2. Oh, these resources are dwindling. And then at you,
All that indling.
Horace.
Fortunately, Horace still has his.
Does 5 to you. And
Okay.
the claw hits AC 17.
That'll hit.
And it does 1 to you.
All right, we're still good.
All right.
Still got 83% of our health.
I think it's initiative. Any casting?
Yes. Because Garrett is going to try and heal.
Okay, anyone else?
I think I just need to hack this thing because my casting's not doing shit to it.
Okay.
Yeah, Radiant's going to cast.
Okay, beat AC or beat a 21.
Oh, crap. No.
At least it was clear cut.
Exactly.
All right. On the 2 leaders up here.
And we never asked for that job.
I know. Back at Gerda. You taste good.
AC 18.
That's a miss. And then the claw is at Gerda. AC 9. That's 2 misses. And then back at Horace. AC 17.
It's going to hit.
Take 2. The claw AC 9. Okay, you guys are at it. At them.
All right. Do you want to cast first? Or do you want us to fight first, Nils?
I'm casting Chill Touch, so it's not going to affect anything this round.
Garrett's ready to heal somebody, so whoever's taking the most damage and is closest to. Who was it who took the 5 points earlier? You were saying?
Hammy took 5.
Okay.
Speaking of which, let's let him. He can't get into its back, which is unfortunate. But hey, you know what? Let's do the hacks. There it is, Funky. Okay, 1, 2, and they're both at a +2. So a 17 and a 5. So
One will hit.
We got to.
Yeah. I think it's Nat.
No, it's a
Nat.
hit.
It's got to be Nat.
Yeah. But he's still going to do a D6.
Do D6 damage to it. Ooh!
Finally! Hammy comes through. We love you, baby. We love you. And Gerda is at a straight roll. 17.
Oh, that's a hit.
Hit.
Now we're hitting.
And she does 2
it's
points.
enough to fell the beast. What happened?
Okay, I'm using funky dice from now on. That panel gives me better rolls. All right, so that frees you up to go run over and heal Horace.
That's exactly what I'm about to do. Garrett runs over behind Horace and tries to lay hands on him.
Okay.
Oh.
Cornus is enraged.
Well, fortunately, I have no disapproval.
So it's 1d4,
So-
I guess.
Yep.
Fuck. That sucks.
Oh, I have a custom disapproval chart for you too.
I know.
He says with barely compressed glee. Suppressed.
You worked hard on it.
I know. It's not that you're cruel. It's that you put time and energy into it.
I mean, I prefer having a custom table than to a generic table. So
I agree 100%.
Projects.
oh, it was a project. Even better.
Mercurial light, Mercurial DC, spell, truth, light. Nope, not there. Let's see here. Those are the classes. I don't think it's there.
Yeah, the custom disapproval table, I think, is the one thing you haven't shared with me, which is probably good.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna spend another few minutes looking for this. I thought I had.
Okay. While you
Go ahead,
while
Nils.
you're doing that, I'm going to do my spell. So, since Chill Touch requires spell burn, does that count towards a spell burn point?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So,
Is that like the Mercurial effect for you or something?
it's just
No,
a
it's the spell
requirement of
effect.
spell. It's basically a necromantic spell, so there, you got
So you have to do it. Okay.
Right.
Well, you have more hair.
Jeez. Well, at least it wasn't anything bad. Okay. So I don't think I'm not that familiar with. Oh, so I already rolled up because thought I was going to use it before the mercurial effect. So sudden tide of
Still doesn't-
ash sweeps through the room, quote room, withering all vegetation is the mercurial effect. The
Merc doesn't
manifestation.
go off until the spell hits.
Oh, you're right. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, so that's the. Oh, interesting Mercurial effect. So your hands are blistered. Or no, that didn't go off. So it's just a failed spell, right?
Right.
Anyone else?
No,
Horace
mine
still needs to
both-
take a swing.
Oh,
I've acted on mine.
right.
And Horace deserves to take a swing.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attacks, Horace. was poking around in my Google Drive.
Horace swings with a mighty blow and can't hit to save his life.
Careful how you put that.
Yeah, well.
Missed, eh? Okay.
Yep.
Let me check. I'm not sure that. Yeah, I don't think Ericor swung yet, so he will
No, he hasn't hit yet. Gone after it yet.
throw his stuff in.
Oh goodness.
Yep, and that's with the plus. Well, that's even with the +3, which seems to be incorrect, but. So we're waiting for something?
Sorry, I was
Waiting
just
for
scanning
disapproval for Garrett.
my Google Drive and I'm not finding what I need. So we'll just use basic disapproval. Okay, Ethan.
Go for it.
I think I might have gotten a little further on Ildevar, but I can't even find Ildevar. Actually, I have one started, so we'll use that because it's within the D4 range. So go ahead and throw a D4 for me.
Four.
Oh my God! Convert a D10 followers in the next fortnight, or test again by rolling +5. So you've got to convert. So roll a D10. Let's see how many you need to convert.
Roll a 1.
That'd be nice.
2.
Oh. It's doable.
2 by the next fortnight. So that's
10 days, isn't it?
2 weeks.
I have it here. I'm putting it on my calendar. 6. Garrett. 2 followers.
Or 2 converts.
+2. +5. Check. Sorry. Okay. Is it my go? Did you guys win the initiative? Or
no,
did I?
we lost
No, we had-
initiative.
Okay. Back to initiative. And 11.
Someone else gets to roll now.
All right.
Well, I have a
let's-
+2 for agility.
Anyone
Go
want to
for it.
cast a spell?
Well,
Garrett's going to try and heal again.
Okay.
I don't know that I have any spells left that would be of any use.
Completed. I beat a 4.
Right, Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack, healing, whatever you guys gonna
All right.
do.
Garrett's going to try and heal.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, baby.
that's like 300 dice. Or something.
3d12.
Now
12 points. We're back at full.
bite you in the head.
Well done.
Which means Horace is going to swing again.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, it was.
I'll take the miss over what it was about to be.
I agree.
Okay, that's Horace and Garrett, Arcor, Ridian, Gerda, and Hammy.
I'm sorry. Did we killed the other one? That's like the party
Yes.
was fighting. Okay,
Yep.
right. All right. I'm not sure how I
Yeah,
missed
Gerda,
that.
Gerda killed it. Hmm.
All right. So then, I guess we're gonna run over here. Wacky whack. That's the elven term.
It's wicke.
Exactly. Oh, and I figured out why I was getting an extra +1. I have the Pack Hunter star sign, which
Oh,
gives you a +1 on your 0 level weapon type. Which,
on your chosen 0 level weapon type, which was
Right.
spear for you, I guess, right?
well, I thought that was the. I thought it was the weapon type that you got when you were first at 0 level.
Could be whatever you want. I mean,
Oh,
in this
okay.
instance,
In that
because,
case, yeah.
because you're starting as a higher level character,
All right.
and I just say it should probably be your spear because that's your primary weapon, and that's gonna hit for
Nice.
3
3
points of
points.
damage. Well, you guys, when you hit, you just can't really push out the damage, right? That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Ridian, Garrett, and Hammy.
So you got that. That's 3 points, right, Aaron?
Yeah, 3 points.
Okay. I thought you said 2.
I captured it.
All right. Gerda's going to try and hit this thing. It's a hit.
Because you get a little bit of a plus there for strength or whatnot. That's good. So, oh no, it is AC 16. That is a
Yeah.
hit. Even. D8 damage. Oh, and Gerda kills another one.
Well, Horace did his job, and that's all I ask him to do.
He did. I got no complaint about Horace. Are you
Stand
kidding me?
there
He
and
held
take
that
damage.
thing by himself.
Okay.
And with that, I think we just sleep.
Yeah.
We were going to sleep right next to these dead animals that are going to attract other animals, and they seem to be roaming enough that we just anywhere we go, we run into them. So I don't know if this is a safe place.
Say move one more square so we're up on the top of the plateau again.
Do you want to climb up here towards the dragon statue?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That way, if they attack us again, we can call our friend with the gong.
We are not calling the dragon. But the thought is pleasant.
Okay. Do you guys, shall we just stop here and do all the record keeping and stuff next week, or do we want to go?
Yeah, let's
through all
open
that?
with the record keeping
Well-
for camp.
Garrett's going to hit level 3.
Yeah, but this isn't a good time to do that leveling. I'll think about it over the week and we can make a decision then.
Okay.
Is anybody else close to leveling for sessions?
I guess so. Faircore is second, and this is his third session, so that would be enough, right?
Yep.
He's
Okay.
going to level 3, so he needs 4 sessions.
Okay, so I misunderstood. All right, yeah, okay,
It's target level plus 1 equals the
Got
number
it.
of sessions.
okay. That
How
makes
many
sense.
sessions has it been since we left the Kingspire?
4, excuse me. Because Gerda's 1 away. She's
from going to level 4?
From going to level 4. She's at 4 right now. So,
Wow.
And Hammy
Yeah.
is 2 away.
And that means Horace is 1 away as well.
And I guess Ridian too, since Ridian and
Yeah, Iridian and Horace haven't missed one like Gerda. Gerda hasn't missed one yet. Yeah. Hammy set out one.
Cool. Well, what do you guys think tonight? Anything stand out for you on the pro or con side?
not dying.
I really enjoyed the chat with the dragon guy and how it actually started connecting all the adventures we've done previously and started together into a thrilling conclusion.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the role-playing conversation with the dragon. That was fun. But I also liked the running fight. It was really tense. Really tense.
The running fight with those with the giant lizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were they're pretty tough. I mean,
and we rolled shitty. So there's the
yeah, I think that was the nub, right? Yeah. They had good armor class and you guys were just dicing down. Yeah, I like the encounter with Vargazol as well. I thought that was fun. Nils, you might want to go back and listen to that on the replay.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap